Oh, well, everybody know who I want next. I want Terrence Crawford next.
You're going to make that happen?
Huh?
You're going to make that happen?
Oh, definitely. That's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else want. Like I said, I'm going to get these straps that I'm going to go over there and take his shit too.
All right. Errol, congratulations. Terrific fight this evening.
Thank you, man. Down. Strap season. Y'all know what time it is, baby. Terrence, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt.
All right.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the board. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim in the pool full of sharks. Now they coaches, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switch codes, but he code switch focus. Staring down your team with a frozen, ice cold look that could end the summer solstice. Cause I'm more like the top dog. Keep on running game and the gang will accost y'all. I be calling plays from a plane while I'm off court. But we ain't the same, you a lame, I'm a mob star. Actually, I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibe. I'm the kingpin. They know I'm a dog and a beast, man. Yeah, I keep the peace with a piece, man. I ain't got no time for appeasement. Why would I respond to a pawn? I'm the... Hold up.
If I let my dogs off the leash, then you might want to get out of Dodge by the evening. Honestly, think it's not the blood and the beef. If they don't leave anything behind at the evening.
I can see you soft, ever thought about retreating. If you never have, then they'll give you a reason. Better watch your tone, lose your bass when you speaking. Underneath the mask is the wrath of a... When you learn how to smile in their face, then go cutthroat. Then they wanna call you a con when the blood cold. I remember starving while y'all had a truckload. Now I'm with the mob with the call and the gusto. I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibe. I'm the kingpin.
Business. Salute, brother. What's going on with you, my brother? Yes, sir. We have a crazy turn of events, you know what I'm saying, happening in boxing right now. You know, I mean, we've all like got behind Chris Eubanks Jr., right? You know, he, you know what I'm saying, every time you put your money or you put your hopes into Chris Eubanks, you know what I'm saying, he always does the opposite. You know what I'm saying? I remember when he was fighting George Groves, and I just thought he was going to go out there, and he was just, I mean, I know George Groves got hands. I know he got hands, you know what I'm saying? I know he had skill, but I just thought that Chris Eubanks' athletic ability, and he had some skill, but, you know, he's grown as a fighter since then. But he just went out there and got mollywopped, right? He got Falumaloon by Chris Groves, right? And so, and that kind of followed him throughout his career, right? You know what I'm saying? You put your hopes into Chris Eubanks, you didn't know what you was going to get. You were just rolling the dice. And so I kind of lost hope in Chris Eubanks, you know what I'm saying, that he wasn't going to grow as a fighter. And, you know what I'm saying, he was just this nomad looking for a trainer that was going to help him, you know what I'm saying, grow as a fighter and get this latent ability, you know what I'm saying, up out of him. And it just didn't happen, you know what I'm saying? And I was just, you know, fight after fight. It was kind of like watching, it was kind of like wanting AB to throw his hands, you know what I'm saying? You wanted, you know, every fight, everybody hopeful AB is going to start throwing in combinations and throwing his hands, and it just didn't come to fruition. It was the same with Chris, you know what I'm saying? I think he just wasn't dedicated, or, you know what I'm saying, it was just something going on in his career for a point in period where he just couldn't get better. and he went out there and he would drain himself to fight at the lighter weights, and it's like it just didn't work out for him. But this performance here, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's why I didn't have any faith. That's why I didn't even want to watch the fight, because I thought that Chris Eubanks Jr. would go out there and disappoint everybody, you know what I'm saying, like he usually do. Not coming in full shape, you know, going, you know, being drained, you know what I'm saying, not being able to, his punch resistance wasn't good in January when he fought Liam Smith. But, you know what I'm saying, in that fight, he kind of threw his wad like he usually does early, trying to get the man up out of there, and he was done, you know, so he got out of there in 4 rounds. So he turns around, he trains with Bomac for 4 weeks. Now, we all say that Bomac is a shitty trainer, but he has a team over there too. We got to remember, Bomac has a team. He has a formula where it's not just him or his boxing mind. You know, so it's other coaches over there, and they have vastly improved Chris Eubanks. I mean, he went from Roy Jones Jr., he couldn't get it done. I don't know the rest of the trainers he had, but apparently they couldn't get it done for Chris Eubanks, man. And I mean, he goes over there for 4 weeks with I mean, I don't know if he's doing snack or whatnot, but he had more energy, more stamina, the way his technique going to the body. He was killing Liam Smith up in there. Liam Smith looked like he aged overnight. It was an incredible performance by Chris Eubanks, and I really, when I watched the replay, because I didn't watch the actual, I watched the replay, and man, he was looking. I've never seen Chris Eubanks look that good, look that crispy, skillful in the ring, man. I mean, he was that jab was pure, bro. It was like a thing of beauty, the way, you know. And plus, he was fighting Liam Smith too. You know what I'm saying? Liam Smith ain't the best dude, you know what I'm saying? He's kind of like a low caliber type fighter, and he should have never beat Chris Eubanks, which is the problem. You know what I'm saying? You want to give Chris all the credit in the world for improving and rising to the occasion, but you look at Chris Eubanks as, you know what I'm saying, a superstar compared to somebody he should have never lost to. And that's the problem. You know, he looked good against a journeyman in the sport. And I don't want to take away from what Chris did last night, because it's a kind of a personal milestone, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're going to fight the likes of, you know what I'm saying, well, not to say that Conor Benn is some superstar, but he's got to raise his level of competition, right? And you know how Conor Benn gets down, because he saw it and he tweeted, you know what I'm saying, at 160, you know what I'm saying, you'll only last 4 rounds, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm paraphrasing. And so, I mean, you know, that would be a good fight right about now. I don't know, you know, how he would do, you know, raising his competition against Conor Benn. That would be a good fight. But I mean, I really enjoyed watching it, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, Liam Smith with a punching bag last night. He got up against the ropes. He, you know what I'm saying, you could tell he had some kind of weight issue, because he didn't have the strength. He didn't have the punching, you know what I'm saying, the punch resistance that he had in January. So, you know, which leads me to believe like either these fighters are just not staying in shape, or, you know, something else is going on, because he had a lot more power that fight against Chris Eubanks, who was the drained fighter in that fight. He definitely laughed against Liam Smith. Just to turn around and have Chris Eubanks look like, you know, he in a whole new league, you know what I'm saying? He definitely separated himself from Liam Smith last night. And that's what the fight that we saw Saturday is the fight that I thought would have went on in the first fight. And I just don't know what's going on with these fighters. I don't know if they in here playing. What, somebody got Tourette's? What's going on, King Judah?
What's going on, brother?
What's happening, bro? That was a good fight last night, man. I love the way Chris Skills showed up. I like the Chris Eubank Jr. that showed up last night. I'm happy for him, but the bad thing is Liam Smith he did it against. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't think much of Liam Smith. He's an old ass fighter. But you know what I'm saying, he was able to beat Chris Eubanks, and that just kind of like surprised me. I mean, I just been taking L's all over boxing, man. What you think about it? Did you watch the fight?
Yeah, I seen it, man. But my thing is, I'm gonna be honest with you. I never understood, everybody, being down on Eubanks, bro. For the first time I ever watched him fight, I seen what I knew. Like I knew this years ago that he was superiorly physically to most people he fought. The dude he got natural ability to be faster. He got a nice jab. He can be technical as he want to be. But it seemed like every coach I seen him with, they had Chris Eubanks fighting as a brawler. Every fight I seen Eubanks lose, it was a fight that he was actually winning or looking good in. He get caught by a couple shots that he shouldn't have got caught by, and he lose. He always lose to people that's not good as him because he always get in the ring and he brawls with people he don't have to. And that go back to the point I've been making since I got on YouTube, that the outside style of fighting, working your jab, picking your opponent off, is the superior style of fighting. It's been proven throughout boxing's existence. It's been proven that the guy that can work the outside, has a better jab, and get hitless, wins more often than not. That's exactly what we saw when he got with Bomac. The only thing I heard the first time I heard Bomac coaching was against Eubanks last night. And the one thing I kept hearing him say was, put that jab in his face. Put that jab in his face. And that's something that I never heard nobody tell Eubanks. That's why Eubanks was always in fights that he couldn't jump out on the big league. He was always in close fights with people that wasn't on his level. The first time he got with somebody that made him discipline, work his jab, and stay on the outside, he pitched the shutout.
Well, the thing is, that's just boxing fundamentals. You know what I'm saying? All fighters have boxing. They know boxing. They come in learning boxing fundamentals. It's just that there's the talent that takes you to the next level. Every fighter knows how to fight on the outside. They may not be as good as they are on the inside, but with Chris Eubanks, he had more of, he looked like he invested more in his swag than his craft. You see what I'm saying? Like his daddy was kind of weird like that, kind of like had that Ali, George Jefferson look, where, he had this reclining hairline, but he was good as hell. I mean, he had power, had way more power than his son. But, getting back to Chris, he just never had that discipline, to like really put it all together. You can have all the talent in the world, King Judah, but unless you put that shit together, the boxing, or when to box, when to go into the inside, how to use your defense, that's what makes you a champion. Putting it all together. All these fighters, they're pros, so they know how to box. That's what a lot of people don't understand, that these fighters know how to box. They knows the fundamentals. It's just, what are you working on? How are you putting your technique together? What if you're interested in being a pressure fighter, then you got to be good at that shit. Using your boxing fundamentals, because you're running to the jab. If you don't know how to slip the jab, you're going to get punched in the face with the jab. You see what I'm saying? So these guys are pros. They're pros. I mean, if you was to get in there with some of these guys, they'll look like Ali on your ass, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because they know what they're doing. It's just that they're up against great competition who's seen a lot of styles, and they know how to nullify what other guys are doing. And then when guys have that going on, then you got the guys who have that extra talent, so an athletic ability, like Eubank Jr. See, he's got the athletic ability, and he just got to put his skills to use, just like we saw last night. And that's something that I thought he would have developed a lot earlier, because he's a legacy kid, being Chris Eubanks Sr.'s son. Looked like he would have gave him all of this. And this is what I'm like just shocked by. It's kind of like Michael Jordan, and you would think he would be giving his sons the game, and they would be just fire coming out to the, they would have a head start. But no, not really. They really, they're not even talented in basketball. So, but Eubanks ain't that bad. It's just that he's a late bloomer. He just needed the right inspiration for his technique to come out, and for his craft to come out. Because Roy Jones Jr. wasn't it. Somebody who relied on a lot of athletic ability. I mean, at one point he was looking good with Roy. But then, he don't exactly have enough speed to be able to pull that off. And so it's just interesting to see him, look so good. you know what I'm saying, technical wise, you know what I'm saying, versus but it's Liam Smith. You know what I'm saying? If he fought like a higher type of competition and he looked good, then I'll be like, oh man, Chris Eubanks he's on another level. But we always knew Chris Eubanks could do this. This is how I thought the first fight would have went. But you know what I'm saying, that style that he came out in, trying to rush the guy, trying to get him out there in the first, that shit only works on certain opponents. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You can't do the same thing to everybody, especially when they know how you're coming. And you know what I'm saying? So I think we got to give Bomac some credit. You know, I hate it. I sure hate it, but we got to give Bomac his props, man. In 4 weeks, he got this guy together to use his fucking jab and to control his distance and to go to the body. And he looks so natural doing it. So he's got to be a fast learner, and he already got to have some of that in him, because you're not going to like really retain all this in 4 weeks. But when your opponent is the level of a Liam Smith, you can get that off. You can get that off, you know what I'm saying, in 4 weeks, you know what I'm saying, against an opponent like Liam Smith, you know what I'm saying. If he was going against Carlos Adames, you know what I'm saying, he'll be fucked up. If he was fighting Carlos Adames will go in there for Lumaloom, Chris Eubanks Jr. That's why he's calling out, you know what I'm saying, all these
Well, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't agree with that, bro. Like, I think that Chris Eubanks Jr. being trained to fight that way, the way Bomac had him fighting, can beat anybody. I think he got long arms. I think he got long arms. He accurate. He can be aggressive when he need to be, but he can be defensive when he need to be. I think Chris Eubanks got the skill to it. He can fight a fight that if you can't knock him out, you can't win. I think he got all the abilities to do that.
You know,
bro, Carlos Adames is not just a slugger.
No,
bro.
I'm saying Carlos Adames already.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he boxes, but I think by Carlos sparring with Bud, I think Bomac already has the keys to already beating Carlos if he was to train Chris to fight Adames.
Yeah, he ain't going back. He gonna stay with Bomac. I know that now, because I ain't never seen Chris Eubanks look that good. And he'll be stupid to beat Bomac.
He looked fantastic. Let me holler. What's going on? Just Do Boxing in the building. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know Just Do Boxing. You know what I'm saying? He's another grinder like myself, another YouTuber with great boxing content, man. You know what I'm saying? He goes deep with it, man. Subscribe to Just Do Boxing. What's going on, brother? Trying to get my stride back on. They had me so busy out there, man, with the loads and everything, man. What's going on? Cooking with Frank. What's going on? He says, homie signed up with Snack and Bomac and got some juice and looked like Roy Jones in his prime. What's going on? Greeks with fire. What's happening? Romney and Emily Jones in the building. What's going on? Salute to y'all. And Go Flow. What's happening? You know what I'm saying? Man, I can't give it to him. He looked great. But we're talking about, you know, you're going from Liam Smith to Carlos Adames. You know, we're talking about two different levels, you know what I'm saying, a competition. I mean, yeah, I think Chris looked the best that I've ever seen him, but I don't think that Chris Eubanks has enough, you know what I'm saying, confidence to go in there and beat a Carlos Adames. Carlos Adames is real, bro. I mean, he's kind of like the Matias at 160. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He's like Matias. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker got skills, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's not just a dude that's going to come in on you. You know what I'm saying? He throws to hurt you. You know, and Chris used to do that too. He used to throw. He got power. You know what I'm saying? He used to throw to hurt you and all that kind of stuff. But from what I saw last night, I mean, he was just more superior than an average fighter like Liam Smith. He was able to get him out of there. I was impressed by that. But right now, I would say he will have to fight a few fights before he go in there talking about messing with somebody like Carlos Adames, because Carlos Adames is just going to get better. Mm-hmm. He's just going to get better. He's fresher, younger. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't fuck with Carlos Adames if I was him. Carlos Adames is coming for ass, and he fights like that. He fights like one of them old school type dudes, you know what I'm saying, that just gonna he don't mind going for it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If he feel like he's gonna knock your ass out, he's coming for you, bro. He's going to the body. Did you see how he destroyed your boy Julian Williams. God damn, bro.
He was tearing his body up.
Y'all remember the live? I was in there, man. What the hell are you doing? And I was going for Julian Williams. I was like, get your ass up out of there. You letting this man destroy your body.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, come on. You know what I'm saying?
He got mad because they stopped the fight early. He said they stopped the fight early. I'm like, no, bro, you was getting destroyed.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't want to do, bro, is that I don't want to get caught up in this thing because in America, we got this thing where we like to look at those British or UK fighters and we automatically write them off as not good. And what I'm starting to notice is I just don't think they got good trainers in the UK because every time one of them UK dudes come over here and get an American trainer, they look like a whole different fighter every time. Every time.
You just said it yourself, King Jr. What do? They come over to America and what?
They get our trainers. Yeah, they get our trainers.
Right. Yeah. So what they say about UK? What they got to come over here and get an education in boxing, right?
Right.
You know, Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how many people used Emmanuel Stewart? You know what I'm saying? To get that attack right. You know what I'm saying? To get the
You got Joshua, Derrick James, and I don't care what nobody's saying. In my opinion, bro, he looking better and better each fight with Derrick James. To me, I think he a better fighter now than he is.
The problem is not improving. It's like you're supposed to already be at a certain level once you done had them belts. And we're seeing people it's like reverse engineering. You know what I'm saying? You're getting the belts before because you got the money and the networks behind you before you get the skill. You know what I'm saying? Because they're boxing out and freezing out certain people because they got the money and the networks behind them, but they haven't developed. And that's why we didn't get the AJ Wilder fight back in 2018. You know what I'm saying? Because Haney had them paid off everybody, gave them good paydays, so they'll fight AJ instead of Wilder. Wilder should have had a few of those belts back then. And he was old. He started as an older fighter, so he had short amount of time to be in his prime. So, you know what I'm saying? So we're seeing these fighters grab these belts, but they ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so now we got to watch them, I can't lose right now. I'll fight him in 2 years. Like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, skilled at a certain level. You done win and beat all these whack-ass heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? You done grab the belts. Now you don't want to fight the best in the division? Nah, man. I don't want to see the hustle, man. I want to see I want to see boxing at its best, bro. You know what I'm saying? So now, I mean, here we are 6 years later, still waiting on the AJ Wilder fight, and he's looking all timid. Now I'm glad that he's improving his skill, but he's an Olympian. He's supposed to already be able to box. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be already have certain fundamentals being an Olympian. You know what I'm saying? So he looked timid as fuck to me. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, you know what I'm saying? I know he can do it. I mean, but it's a psychological thing with AJ. You know what I'm saying? He's like a big crash test dummy or something. When he gets in there, he can't pull the trigger. And I think if he gets the confidence, he'll be a problem. If Derrick James can break him down and build him back up, he'll be a problem. But do we have enough time before he faces Wilder to get to that point? I don't think so. Because Wilder, he's probably about to check up out of here soon because, shit, he probably about 36. He's going to wait till Wilder get 40 years old before he get in the ring with Wilder. And that's another thing I can't stand about these fighters. You know what I'm saying? They want to get you, you know what I'm saying, when you're old. They don't want to get you when you banging out everybody. You know what I'm saying? They want to get you at the weak point. And then I'm just looking at you like, bro, you know what I'm saying? That's soft, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're going to wait 6 years down the line, 7 years preparing for me. You know what I'm saying? When we can go right now when we in our prime. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing that, that's why I look at these dudes like they suckers, bro. They it's like they deny reality. You know what I'm saying? When these guys could have fought, you know what I'm saying, and dudes are plotting and planning and trying to catch you at your weak point. And it's like, bro, that's not boxing. That's not real boxing, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's you just trying to get a win when you can. You know what I'm saying? That's you taking advantage of time and striking, you know what I'm saying, like a cowardly snake. You know what I'm saying? Get in the ring when people are active, when two guys are at their best, and then you could be proud of that victory. You know what I'm saying? And then the fans, even if they don't like you, they can respect you. You know what I'm saying? They can say, hey man, that man, they fought. You know what I'm saying? They did their thing, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, this generation is just so pussy punk ass, bro, to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I'm an old man. I'm starting to rant now. I could tell I'm getting up there. I'm starting to rant.
Nah, you good, Paul. You right, man. Cause like it's like, all right, with Bud fans, I asked this question. Yeah, Bud got the win. He looked phenomenal, but like for example, me as a Spence fan, so like if Spence won, right? If I know Bud wasn't at 100%, I wouldn't be quite okay with that because I want Spence to fight the best of the best when they at the best. You know what I mean?
Truck stop that told me that I had pretty titties.
Oh my bad. Listen to my old. Go ahead.
Oh. Did you hear me, Paul?
What you say? I'm sorry. Go ahead and say that again.
Oh no, I was saying if I don't know why these, Spence wasn't at 100%, but you got some Bud fan here that's acting like he was 100%. Like me, like say, like for example, if Spence would have had one, right, and I knew Bud wasn't at 100%, I'd be happy, but I'd be like, nah, that wasn't Bud at is 100% because I want Spence to fight the best when they at their best. But you got some fans that's just gonna take the win no matter how they can get it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean that's just being competitive. I mean I don't mind them doing that, but they seem like they so ass hurt that that what they hate is the adulation and respect people have for Errol Spence Jr. They hate that. You know what I'm saying? So it goes a little bit beyond, boxing because they hate the fanship of Errol Spence Jr. They hate the fans and stuff, and it's kind of pathological, really, when you think about it. It's like, bro, it's like that's just a little bit too far. You know what I'm saying? When you hate that much, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna get shit from Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Crawford ain't gonna give you shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, what do you expect of these fighters? It's just a boxing match. You know what I'm saying? Much as we love these guys, and much as it's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? It's a boxing match, you know what I'm saying? But they want it to be like Bloods versus Crips.
Yeah.
Type shit. And, I think people, they don't have enough going on in their lives, you know what I'm saying, to be able to live, vicariously through Bud Crawford, you know what I'm saying? And he never had any real exciting fights before. I don't go back and watch his shit unless I'm studying some shit, you know what I'm saying? Because of the type of caliber of fighters he had. So EJ fought all the top guys. That's all boxing fans ever wanted from any fighter is to fight the best in their division. And they can't admit that. You know what I'm saying? They can't admit that this man haven't done that. So, for him to wait out when you fighting in let's say you play 5 games of basketball against the top teams, and then you got the guy who's supposed to be your rival. He's only playing like Rudy Poop people on the second court. And he said, you going out there, you playing the best. You getting tired. Okay, now he wants to challenge you to a game of 1-on-1. Dude, you fucked up. Because you done played the best. You know what I'm saying? They done took you to the task. You know what I'm saying? They got you offensive, defensively running. You know what I'm saying? You create moves and shit. You exhausted. Your body's tore down, right? While you've been over there at the C level court, knocking out everybody. You knocking down threes. You dunking backwards, doing threes. See everybody. Oh, that man is bad as hell. He the baddest man in the land. But then now you want to play 1-on-1. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I don't play Michael Jordan. I done played Olajuwon. I done played Shaq. You know what I'm saying? They done towed my ass down and shit. You know what I'm saying? I might have squeaked out a victory here or there. You know what I'm saying? Now I got to play the best player on the court from the C level. You know what I'm saying? So they know what's going on. It's like boxing is just some of these fans are just disingenuous. You know what I'm saying, in their stances. And, say if you go out there and you see EJ broke down, you know what I'm saying, it's like you don't acknowledge it. Yeah, that's on you. I mean, everybody, even the pros, Demetrius, Andrade, everybody saw that he's dead at that weight. Now, is it Errol Spence Jr. fault? Yeah.
Oh,
you know,
yeah, most definitely.
but I mean, he wasn't 100%. You know what I'm saying? He just wasn't. But you know, I just want these fighters to make sure that they're doing what they can to come in the best shape that they can, because we're paying money for these guys to be at their best. If you're going to be out the ring for 16 months, if you're going to be out the ring for over a year, and I'm willing to pay $100 for a pay-per-view. I want you to make sure that you're in the best shape. If you got a rib injury, I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that fight. I think you need to let people know, so we can get the best version of you, because we're paying. We're paying them. And that's a little bit on Errol Spence Jr., you know what I'm saying? And, you know, Derrick James, you got to let people know if he fucked up, just like he had the eye retina surgery and stuff. They had to stop the fight. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I hate too, Paul? I hate that the casual fans, like especially my family, I hate that they didn't get a chance to see the Errol Spence that I have saw. You know what I mean? Because some of them don't watch boxing at all, so that was their first time really seeing Spence. You know what I mean? And you know, they listen to me and take my advice. And I'm telling them how good he is, and then when we watching it, it's like, damn, cuz what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just kind of wish they would have saw the Spence that I saw. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be kind of hard for them to come by and watch the rematch, but I'm gonna try.
Let me see this. What was it? Cooking with Frank said, "A Pool said, you think I could start a business selling snack at truck stops?" Bro, what's going on, Ben Judah Israel? I see you out there, bro. Hey man, hey motherfucker, you be have a lot of goddamn truckers don't need no nothing to stimulate, because they already be mad at the world and shit, because they got to stop. Motherfuckers be cutting you off, and motherfuckers don't know how to merge, and so I don't think they need no snack, boy. It'd be a lot more fights and shit, you know. I mean, I ain't lying, man. I'm talking about, bro. I'm like at a truck stop out in California somewhere, and this little Mexican dude, you know what I'm saying, I pull up at inside of the gas station, and before I can even, you know what I'm saying, get going, I see a little Mexican, and you know, behind my truck, and he's looking around, looking at me all pissed off, and I'm like, dude, I just got in here, you know what I'm saying? So what you doing? So you know, I go in to pay for the fuel or whatever, and he comes in there behind me and stuff, and you know, this motherfucker start talking shit to me, and you know, we get into a fight right there, you know what I'm saying? You know, I just slapped his glasses off real quick, you know, gave him a couple of, you know, 1-2, you know what I'm saying, you know, and so he talking about stay right there, and he was gonna come back. I'm like, bro, I'm not supposed to stay here while you go, you know, get prepared for me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but we, you know, truckers don't need no stimulants, bro, because I mean, they just be pissed. They be in their own little world, pissed off at the world, and you know, there's no feedback. Hey man, calm down, bro. You're just looking at this the wrong way. Yeah. And you know, so you know, hell no. You know what I'm saying? These dudes be in their own world, bro. I'm telling you, don't mess with them dudes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it just ain't good, man. You know, so, you know, I'm talking about even coffee, bro. I don't even know why truckers drink coffee, because they don't need it, bro. You know, but getting back to your boy, man. I mean, he looked, that's the best I ever seen Chris Eubanks. You know what I'm saying? He just like King Judah was saying, so damn disciplined, man. I mean the way he was using his left, he was using his left in the uppercut, and the body work was superb. I was like, wow. I was like, what the hell's going on here? He's like a whole different fighter than I've seen in the past, because he used to throw those hooks, those wide ass hooks all the time. He always had a nice little uppercut, but you know what I'm saying? The way he was working the jab and then working the hook off the jab. And I was like, damn, he was doing uppercuts off the left jab. I was like, God damn. I was like, what? Where has this been? You know, the time and the distance, the way he rolled out, you know what I'm saying, to his left. I was like, man, this dude looked like he's just been an all-time great. his skill level, his technique and everything. But then I thought about it. I said, you know what? So this is Liam Smith, though. Can he do that against, say somebody with quicker reflexes, somebody fresher like a Conor Benn? And Conor Benn is going to be, he's going to have that extra, he's going to have that extra boost. You know what I'm saying? Because, he come in there supercharged, he might get his ass up out of there in 4 rounds, like he said, because once a cheater, always a cheater. Not just the way I look at it. If you're gonna, if you get busted with that much shit in your system, and you blame it on eating 30 eggs and shit, bro. Come on now. I mean, I know eggs got a lot of protein. But goddamn, bro. You know what I'm saying? 30 of them, bro. You know what I'm saying? What farm you was at, bro? You ate all the goddamn eggs. You know what I'm saying? Every time they laid one, nigga, you was right there. You know what I'm saying? You just, getting it from my up under there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro. So if Chris
30 fool.
Yeah, 30 eggs, bro. Like, we really supposed to bleed that? Like, nigga, come on now.
Man.
So, if he fight Conor Benn, it'll still be a good fight because the world will be watching. And, you know what I'm saying? Them British people, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? If Dillian White get caught, 3-4 times, goddamn taking steroids, they don't care, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
I was some history behind both of them too. They dads, so it already has the hype.
Yeah, that you know what I'm saying. And who won out of that? I think Chris beat him. Chris beat Nigel Benn. Back in the day, Chris beat Nigel Benn. And Nigel Benn, he's one of them fighters that I don't think King Judah would have liked, because he was a power, he was a power puncher. You know what I'm saying? He was a come forward type of dude that just came forward and threw haymakers and shit. And he would get caught and everything. It was his punch resistance that really made him like superhuman, you know what I'm saying? Because he would get mollywopped, you know what I'm saying? Glenn McClellan knocked his ass into the, beat his ass into the front.
G-Man. Yeah.
Almost knocked his ass out the ring, and he was able to come back. And then come to find out, of course, he was juiced too. You know what I'm saying? He was a juicer. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of cheating going on in this shit, man. I'm starting to wonder, should, these opponents, should they just start letting boxers juice? Because
at this point, right? They got stuff where you can take it and it'll be out your system. Like, you know what I'm saying? You might as well, right?
Right. You know what I'm saying? Because if they're gonna allow certain fighters to juice, you know what I'm saying, and get away with it, it should be an even playing field. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
It should be an even playing field. What you said, Cock Killer? Grease says, don't be a prisoner of the moment. Bomac still ain't shit. And Cock Killer says, snack is the new crack. And I bet there's tiers. I bet they have certain tiers, you know what I'm saying? You want to pay for the premium package, or you want to pay for the ultra premium package, which goes under the table. You know what I'm saying? So he says snack works. It damn sure do. I wish it worked for Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? I wish he would take some of that shit, because I would like to see some power. I love his skills, but it will add a little bit more sting to those goddamn jabs. You know what I'm saying? Add a little bit more sting to it. I would love to see Devin Haney with some more power and pop. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully he'll get with Blu-ray like his daddy said, and we'll see some, you know what I'm saying, some more power with Devin Haney. I think he's going to be great to see him at 140. I think that Regis Prograde fight would be perfect for him, because I don't think he really needs to fuck with Sabria. What's his name? Sabria Matias. Who thinks Devin is soft. He's starting to sound off a little bit more now that Devin is up. He's coming up at 140. So we're hearing a little bit more from him, because he wants to fight Devin Haney. Everybody wants to fight Devin Haney. So they think he's soft. what's his name? Richardson. What's his name? Damn.
Richardson hit.
Richard. I can't, his name is
I can't
Richardson
say his name.
Hutchin. Richardson Hutchin. Something like that. He wants to fight him, and that guy is skilled.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, are you aware of him, King Judah?
Yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah, that dude. I love the way he fights, man. That dude, and he was shelved by Mayweather for a long. I don't know what the hell he did to Mayweather, but he was shelved. But I saw his skills. I was like, this boy's good. He's good, man. I'm talking about. I mean, his instincts are just off the charts, but he just don't have no power. So I think a fight with even him and Devin, that would be a great fight, man, because it'll be a skill for skill fight. You know, neither one of them had that kind of power. But the scary thing is that Devin, he's still young and he's still developing. So he might come into some power. You know, saying if you get the right strength and conditioning coach. I know a lot of people like you bullshitting. I know a lot of people looking at me, but that shit. Hey, you get the right strength and conditioning coach. See, he's not cutting as much weight, and he's going to get stronger. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much stronger he's going to get, but he's going to get more. He's going to get more strength. But I just think 135. I think he's done with 135, bro. I just think that's off the chart. I think that's off the table. He's only going to be it's only going to be a loss for him because he's going to be fighting the top guys who's acclimated to that weight. You know what I'm saying? You know, Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with Stevenson. His character is just, you know what I'm saying? It's just reprehensible, man. You know,
it's too much talking on social media, man. Like,
but they just talking. It's going back behind their back, and you know what I'm saying, smiling in your face and going back. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, they made me say that, bro. It's like, why are you doing that, man? It's like, just tell them that you want to fight, and you don't have to create all this drama and let me catch you out in the street type shit, bro. You ain't fit to do shit. If you want them millions of dollars, you know, that 25% from what I'm hearing would have drawn $8 million for him. That would have been $8 million for him to fight Devin Haney. I think that's pretty damn good when you ain't bringing shit to the table. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Stevenson ain't that big of a star. You know what I'm saying? To be making such demands. I think he's a hell of a fighter, but you know, he ain't no Terrence Crawford, or he ain't got no. He's not bringing. This dude is undisputed at 135. You know what I'm saying? He got all the fucking belts. So, you know what I'm saying? If he's gonna have to kill himself to make weight, you know what I'm saying, to come down and take a loss to you, shit, nigga, give him that shit so you could be undisputed.
Exactly.
You got to make sacrifices, and I think, you know, people are just so prideful nowadays. They want it from the rip now. They don't want to build nothing. They don't want to have to earn shit. You know, that's what I'm seeing in it. You know, they're like entitled women or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I know my worth type shit. You know, and like, bro, you know, fuck all that, man. It's like, get your ass in the ring because you know you started from the bottom. Now you're here. And take that 25%. Go in there, and you're most likely gonna win because Devin ain't gonna be able to last. You know, against a fighter that has the energy and somebody who's, you know what I'm saying, can fight to the fullest at 135, like Stevenson or Tank. You know what I'm saying? If he's gonna take that L, he needs to be compensated. You know what I'm saying, for that. You know, so giving him the opportunity. So, you know, unless they fight at a catch weight, I don't see Devin going that route.
Everybody be talking about. It's like, the only thing I hate about how people do, we in this new age, bro, where fight fans care more about people pocketbooks than how they actually fight. Like that whole new term. Oh, I know my worth. Pooh, I'm not even that old, but I know in the 80s that shit was not gonna fly. Somebody walked away from a fight. Oh, he know his worth. That's why. That's why Ali didn't want to fight George Foreman. He know his worth.
Right.
Man, could you imagine that shit in the 70s and the 80s? Let me tell you something. Another thing people don't realize is you can know your worth, right? This for business and this for life in general. You can know your worth. Then that's cool that you know your own worth, but also what other people see you. You know, the worth other people see you as is valuable. Also, what I mean by that is Shakur can look at Devin and say, you know what? That 25% ain't worth it. I know my worth. Devin Haney can look at you and see, I know your worth is less than what I offered you. So fuck you. Then what you get? Nothing. So what you got? You don't walked away with the you don't walked away with the ability to say, at least I knew my worth. Nigga, you ain't got no belts and you ain't got no money.
Yep. Because potentially he could have took that 25%, right? That would have been a fight on ESPN. Everybody would have watched it, and that would have gained them sponsorship. But he's so stuck on money. Like, the money gonna come there, bro. Like, you young, go for the legacy. Once you reach that legacy, bro, that's when that stuff gonna start coming in, especially the type of fighter he is. And, like, say, like, if him and Devin did fight and he beat Devin in, like, dramatic fashion, man, that's stardom right there. Because it's gonna be on ESPN for everybody to watch.
And see, that's the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, part. That's where it comes in at. Nobody, you know what I'm saying, see, a lot of people hate the Haneys, you know, so they don't like the Haneys. You know what I'm saying? So that fight probably would generate a lot of money. Just like with Errol Spence Jr. losing, that was a strike. That wasn't just a strike against Errol Spence Jr. That was a strike against the PBC. That's why. So nobody don't know who Crawford is. Nobody gives a shit about Crawford. You know what I'm saying? You can see by his fight numbers. Nobody cares. They just care that they had somebody talented enough to knock off EJ and the PBC because they were growing. You know what I'm saying? The fame, EJ fame was growing. You know what I'm saying? They were making PBC popular. You know what I'm saying? The people who love the zone, the people who love Top Rank, and they want to, you know, those are the status quo. You know, Golden Boy. Those are the old boxing status quo. And people don't like to change. They don't like newcomers like PBC coming up, especially, you know, with the success of Al Heyman taking over boxing. And, you know, when EJ fell, that was a victory for Top Rank, Golden Boy, the zone, you know what I'm saying? That was a strike. See, so that's what Crawford represented for them. Now that Crawford is with the PBC, he's still not seen as a PBC fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's just seen as a dude to come over there and wreck out everything at the PBC. See, you know what I'm saying? Just like Frazier was seen as the white people champion. You know what I'm saying? And Ali was seen as the black people champion. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got behind Frazier because they wanted to see Ali lose because he was the black people champion. You see what I'm saying? So the dynamics, it kind of like it's weird, you know what I'm saying, how it's like that. Instead of just being a fan of boxing, they just want to see PBC destroyed. You know what I'm saying, and reputation, you know, get drawn through the mud. So that's that. So that's that. You know, Grease with Fire says Errol losing was bad for boxing. Everyone numbers are down. He says Errol got to win the rematch so boxing can be fire again. Crawfish ain't shit and bring no fans. Exactly. He just represents, you know, a weapon against the PBC. You know what I'm saying, for a lot of these boxing fans out here. You know, I've never seen fans so dedicated to a promotional company.
I mean, that's the thing about it, bro. It's just a weird atmosphere for me now, but that's what people argue about. People argue about network promotional companies and how much fighters making, bro. Like, I was on a dude channel the other day. I was trying to tell him, you know, because I've been going back and forth with him for a while, bro. I give him my predictions. I be right. He called me a casual when I give it to him, but when I be right, he act like he don't remember me giving these predictions. But anyway, what I was trying to say was, I told him I think Charlo was gonna be Canelo. Instead of him saying, "Hey man, you crazy, Canelo way bigger, he way better," or I would have, you know, took him more if he would have been like, "Hey man, you saying that because Charlo black? Do you know this nigga told me you only saying that because he with the PBC? Man, what the fuck they got to do with anything?"
Yeah,
like I would have rather you accuse me of being a Canelo hater than just say I'm going for him because he with the PBC. You know how stupid that is.
Yeah,
that's the same thing though. Saying that you're black, saying that you just want the PBC to win, because people perceive the PBC as a black company. It's the black promotional company. It's the BET of the promotional company, and they want to destroy that image because it's something that we're building. It's something anytime like when blacks get into something, and you know what I'm saying, they want to destroy it. You know, this is Tulsa. You know what I'm saying? This is Tulsa. You know, PBC is Tulsa. And they got to destroy it because they don't want to see more Tulsas, you know what I'm saying, or Black Wall Streets, you know what I'm saying, develop from this. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have other black promotional companies thinking they could do something. You saw BLK Prime try to pop up. You know what I'm saying? You start seeing other, people start getting ideas. Oh man, I could be a promotional company. They want to kill that, you know what I'm saying? So that's when the zone came in with all that billions of dollars, you know what I'm saying, trying to take over and drown out everybody, and it failed. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're salty about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though
too, dog. It kind of backfired too, Pool, because they thought Bud would probably go over there to PBC right after he.
Hello? You kind of went out, Charles. He said both of them came doped up. About 24. He said, sorry, Pool, I've been MIA. He said, I'm just not able to start back looking at boxing. EJ lost. He said, say, my brother, that took me out a lot. Oh, yeah, man. It took a lot out of me, too. Keith P.S. said, sorry, Pool, I've been MIA since I've been, that was you. Okay, my bad. Yeah. Yes, sir. What's going on, 2 cents in the building? I'm just strolling down, just getting down here. So y'all forgive me if I holler you out. What's going on, Jeff R? Salute to you, bro. Rama Emily Jones says, what up, 2 cents? Rama Emily Jones says, Pool, what happened to that kid that fought Loma a couple of fights ago? He really impressed. You talking about Jermaine Ortiz? He's sparring a lot of folks, man. That dude. I love his skills and stuff, man. I think he's gonna be awesome, man. You know, if he just keep it up. They just kind of drowned him out after he gave Loma problems. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like he's a really good secret, you know what I'm saying, in boxing. And a lot of people don't want to fight him. You know, he got to build up his name. He's got to get with somebody like Frank Martin. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's got to get his name out there. They gave him that fight because they thought he was going to lose because he didn't have the experience. I thought he won the fucking fight, to tell you the truth. People, they say Loma did enough to win. I didn't think so. That Jermaine Ortiz kid is serious, man. He got a good style. He just got to be able to go 12 rounds, you know what I'm saying, and not fade at the end. Great hand speed, you know what I'm saying, athletic. He kind of reminds me of Zaya a little bit up at 154. The way they fight, I love it. I love his abilities, but nobody wants to face him. He's gonna have to get himself into some some good fights and get it recognized and stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? I love that kid, man. You know, a lot of these Spanish fighters are starting to come out and they're boxing like black fighters, and they're doing a damn good job of it too. Shit, I just want to see your boy Virgil Ortiz get in the ring. I'm tired of waiting. He's pissing me off. You know what I'm saying? How long is he going to be able to make 147 again? After this, he's having so much trouble making weight. And it's just like, damn, waiting for a Virgil Ortiz fight is like waiting for the damn, just a regular fight, waiting on, him to fight. It's like waiting on Errol Spence Jr. and Bud to fight. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, dude, you keep passing out every time you're supposed to get in the ring, and they keep resetting, your fights. So it's just like frustrating, you know what I'm saying, waiting on Virgil Ortiz to see what he's going to look like. And they're like really taking their time with him. It's like, bro, you too many fights in not to be fighting more often. And you're just getting older. Just getting older and older and older. Samuel Washington, he says Matias got a tough fight coming. I hear he's fighting. I can't even pronounce that shit. He says that dude can fight. I got to check him out. I got to check him out. You know what I'm saying? I got to check him out. But Matias, he's definitely going to throw down in that fight. I can tell you that. That's one of my favorite fighters. I can tell you that. I love the way that dude fight, man. He's a beast. Jeff R. Salute, he says, Pool, did you ever watch that EJ versus Bud breakdown? Oh, man, I forgot to do that, man. God damn. I'm going to do that today. Bro. I got to check that out. He says, Pool, that $8 million is cap. He said, that's cap. Oh, the $8 million for 25%, that's cap. Well, whatever. Well, even if it's $2 million, 2 cents, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to hurt him. Most likely, he's going to win that fight.
So,
go ahead.
I just want to say something about that because I know when that first came out, the information when that guy called into the boxing force, he he close to the Jay Princes, you know what I'm saying? So he was basically letting them know that, I know about Shakur, his dealings. I know about how he being moved, right? So that's how everybody got this information about the 8 million. Now, the reason they saying it was capped is because the dude didn't have the numbers offhand, like, the exact numbers. He said it would have been roughly 8 million. So that's why everybody got this new rhetoric that is capped, right? But what's not capped is what he said after that everybody fails to remember or they purposely ignore. He let it be known that Shakur Stevenson was advised not to fight Devin Haney this year, period. He said we'll make more money fighting Devin next year. That's what he was advised by Jay Prince and his team. That's what people fail to leave out every time they talk about that phone call. Because what they want to say is, well, Shakur didn't turn down 8 million, so he wasn't scared. It ain't about him being scared, but the point was they did turn down that fight, and you heard from the horse's mouth, somebody from his own team, they wasn't fighting Devin Haney this year no matter what he offered him, period.
Hold on. What I'm doing
you got to go back. You got to go back and listen to it. That man said Shakur was advised to turn down Devin Haney this year, no matter what it was, because they can make double fighting him next year. Shakur wasn't gonna sign a contract. Devin sent him regardless.
Well, I mean, I just don't want to see. I don't want to see another fight where my man is handicapped. I don't want to see, him going there and he's weight drained, and what Shakur gonna do to him. Say if he weight drained. I'm just looking up this guy that y'all just mentioned that Matias is supposed to be facing. Never seen him before. You know what I'm saying? I never seen him before. Let me see. I'm trying to get a sense of what he's like. How you pronounce his name? Show. I don't know. They be having consonants in this shit, and you know what I'm saying? He must be got some power. You know what I'm saying? The way he digging in that damn right hook. It's the first time taking a look at this guy. I got the big ass forearm. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just looking at this dude. Let me see. Okay. Let me see. He gonna be in a fight, goddamn it. He is gonna be in a fight. Let me see. So that's my first time looking at that guy, y'all. Okay, let me see. So you think that's cap, huh? But I don't care if it's $2 million. You know what I'm saying? You getting a chance at all the belts. How many people get a shot at all the belts, bro? You know what I'm saying? And somebody, if the undisputed champion send you a contract, bro, you sign it. You know what I'm saying? You sign it and you take that fight. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a shot at the top. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, from there, everybody's got to come to you, to fight. So whether it's Tank or whatever, then if he beats Devin now, he can say, I'm the man of the division. You got to come to me, Tank. You know what I'm saying? Even though we know Tank don't care about the belts, but that'll just be one more thing to push him towards that Tank fight. And, Devin offered him a contract. So, I don't understand what's the downside to not taking the fight. I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. Greek stomach fur train shit. He says, salute 2 cents. He says, Shakur a hoe. He said, if Tank works with Blu-ray, he will be dangerous, but Matias will F him up bad. He said, Matias got game. Yeah, I like Matias, man. He says, Sammy wants his southpaw. He can fight. Yeah, man. I gotta look. I mean, I just been so goddamn busy, man. I ain't been able to look at my, all the guys who are up and coming. He said he's been on Showbox a couple of times. Okay. I gotta definitely. If you're gonna give Matias a problem, I want to definitely see what's up with him. 2 cents, but why? He said, but why wait another year when you can make the weight now? And if that's the call, if that's the call, all the back and forth right now makes no sense, in my opinion. Oh, I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Why talk about it? Why not be about it? You know, I mean, if I'm Shakur Stevenson, you know what I'm saying? I think, you know, having a shot at those belts, I don't care what the deal is. We saw Devin, what he did to get the belts, right? You know what I'm saying? He fought Kambosos 2 times, right? To get the belts, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, sometimes you got to make sacrifices, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, to get your name out there. You know what I'm saying? It's more than social media. You know, you got to make sacrifices. And, you know, Shakur Stevenson ain't no different. You know, he ain't no different.
I think people miss the facts. Like, I don't know. I hate to say this as a people, us as a people, we fail to understand business and what's really going on, because a lot of people, they want to make this a situation where both guys are at fault, right? And the fact of the matter is both guys are not at fault, because Devin Haney don't need Shakur Stevenson for nothing. Not for money, not for belts, and not for his resume, because as it stands right now, Lomachenko is a better name than Shakur Stevenson. And Devin Haney already have that on his resume. So Shakur came to Devin with nothing. So basically, I'm gonna give you an example. I like to try to put stuff in business terms. A lot of people who saying that Devin Haney, they both wrong, or Devin should have did this and Devin should have did that. Y'all the same type of people that y'all try to go ask a bank for a loan, and y'all are going there making demands. How the hell you can go in there and ask for a loan making demands? You
can't, you know, unless you got some kind of collateral. Unless you got some kind of yeah, you know what I'm saying? But you know what it is that top rank, you know, just like Bud did EJ, you know, he attached his name to him because his name is popping right now. You know, being undisputed, and you know, you wanna create some kind of controversy to keep your name, you know what I'm saying, circulating. And that's the thing that you hate about fighters. You know, so instead of, you know what I'm saying, getting in there and doing like Keith Thurman did, Paulo Malignaggi, you know, so you better not duck me, son. You know what I'm saying? You know, when he went up into the ring, you know what I'm saying, he should have went over there, pushed him something. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being on social media, don't let me catch you outside type shit. That's lame.
Right.
That's lame. You know what I'm saying? If a man send you the contract, go ahead and sign it. You know what I'm saying? And go ahead and beat him. And then you the man. Of course, you know, Devin, prideful, he's going to want a rematch. You know what I'm saying? He's going to want a rematch. He, you know, now he can demand to make the fight at a catch weight, which would, you know what I'm saying, give him more of an advantage to win in the fight. He's definitely, you know, going to lose at 135. I just don't think Devin can operate. You know, we'll be looking at another Errol Spence Jr. Bud Crawford type of situation. You know what I'm saying? And you think, you know that Stevenson is going to style on Devin, you know what I'm saying, being weight drained and can't even make it to the end of the fucking fight. You know, because Stevenson make you chase him all over the goddamn ring. You know what I'm saying? You know, he wouldn't even be able to hit Stevenson because, you know, he just won't be at his best. So, you know, I really, you know what I'm saying, I just want Devin to go ahead up to 140 and see what he can do there. Leave 135 behind. I know he would take that Tank fight, but that would be devastating. You know what I'm saying, at 135. I think Tank could go up to 140 and fight Devin. That would be good. That would be a good fight, you know what I'm saying, at 140. You know what I'm saying? I just think Devin is done with that division. And he just needs to look forward and stop playing around with the idea of fighting at 135 because he's just going to take a bad loss. And, you know, we've seen it again and again when guys drain themselves after they're done with the division. They just can't do their best. So I don't want that to be an excuse for Devin. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just think he'll do better at 140, especially if he get that Blu-ray strength and conditioning in his camp. I think that's needed. That's sorely needed for him to be able to compete with them guys up there. Even though he does have the skill, I just want him to have the stamina and the punch resistance to be able to deal with those guys at 140. Let's see. He says, what you say, Real? He says, Kurt is a clout chaser and jealousy at his finest. 100%. No doubt, man. He said Shakur is Puerto Rican. He has 0 fans. Oh, my God, bro. Oh, my God. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, Puerto Rican. Say what now?
So I was about to say, I ain't tell you about my recent prediction, bro. I got for that Shakur and Frank, right? So I give Shakur the edge, right? But I'm not gonna lie to you. My heart my heart want Frank Martin to go in there and destroy him. I'm gonna tell you why. It ain't because I dislike Shakur Stevenson at all. It ain't because I love Frank Martin. What I'm tired of right now, bro, is like no matter what Devin Haney do, he always the bad guy. So he had 140, right? Hopefully he don't come back. I want 135 to stand on their own. The top guys at 135, I want them to stand on their own without throwing Devin Haney's name in it. So you got Tank and Shakur that don't want to fight each other. Fine. You know what I'm saying? Tank don't want to fight Frank Martin either. Don't nobody want to talk about that. So I want Frank Martin to go in there, upset the apple cart. You go beat Shakur Stevenson, because what that's gonna do is that's gonna open up a direct line to Tank Davis, and see Frank Martin don't play all that bullshit everybody's doing. Hey, let me just call Devin Haney name, even though he's not 135. We all know what Frank Martin gonna do if he beat Shakur Stevenson. He is gonna call Tank Davis out next. That's what I want, because if Shakur Stevenson beat Frank, we still not gonna get Shakur Stevenson versus Tank. So I want Frank Martin to win that fight, because I know what he gonna do as soon as he beat Shakur Stevenson. He going for Tank Davis. It ain't gonna be no more excuses. So when Tank Davis run from that Frank Martin smoke, y'all not gonna be able to blame Devin Haney for that.
Yeah, you can say that. You can say that. Tank is just taking his time with it. You know what I'm saying? What I really care about is them staying busy until they face each other. I don't want them to, I think Devin needs to take a fight. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're going to do, I think he needs to go on here to get in the ring, because these guys are taking too much time to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? While they skill eroding, you know what I'm saying? And everybody else is moving forward. Tank moving forward with his career. You know what I'm saying? He's happy with what he's doing, regardless of what, people are saying. Tank, he's fighting Ortiz. He's staying active. And I think looking at boxing the way it is now, that's the most important thing, is to stay active. He may not be fighting the guy that you want to see, but he's fighting. And, I want the same for Devin Haney. I want the same for all these guys, because I don't want inactivity to be an excuse when they do get the big fight that they're looking for, instead of sitting back waiting on the big fight. Shakur, I don't know, I don't know. He's just making this weird transition where, you're starting to see his real personality, and I'm not liking it. But, you don't have to like a fighter's personality. His skills in the ring is impeccable. And, he needs to go ahead and get that Frank Martin fight up on his belt. Frank Martin, with Derrick James taking on so many people, and he got so many big fights, coming up. I just hope Frank Martin will be ready for that fight. That Derrick James can get him ready for that fight. I'm just, worried about is your boy taking on too many people. You see, Jamel got an extra coach, to help him out, and I'm just like, damn. It's like I wish I just knew what was going on over there. How are they really training? It just looked like he's just stretched too thin to me. He got too much on his plate, and I don't care how great a trainer you are. You got to give your fighters the time, bro. You got to give him that time. I love Derrick James. Don't get me wrong. I love him, man. I mean, I think he's a master at what he does and all that stuff. But he's only one guy. Get you some help up in there, bro. Get some help up in there, because you got a lot going on. And that's just the way I see it. While Bomac, he's able to turn around Chris Eubanks fight. He's able to turn that man around and stuff. So he's starting to make a name for himself. I just want to see Derrick James succeed. I don't want to see him lose his fighters and stuff, and they start going to different guys, because Errol Spence Jr. will switch out on your ass. You see how he do his strength and conditioning coaches. So if he have to go to somebody else, I do believe EJ will go to somebody else. If he have to, if he lose confidence in Derrick James, with using, going to all these different fighters and stuff, giving them too much time with them. Right. So I could see some shit like that happening. I would be shocked. But God damn, he got a rematch. He's got it. He's got this undisputed shit with Jamel. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Garcia's still in there or not. Garcia seemed like, I don't know, after that performance, I don't know if he lost confidence in Derrick James or not. I don't know what's going on with that, but I saw him with Mayweather training and trying to get next to Mayweather and shit. He might, just like a jealous, just like a chick that tried to make a dude jealous. Like he might be just doing that shit to piss off Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I'm saying? By being seen with Floyd Mayweather and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I could see Ryan doing some bullshit like that. Being up under Mayweather just to make, you know what I'm saying? To make Oscar De La Hoya jealous and shit. That's crazy. And Canelo. You know what I'm saying? So, he got that whole battle thing going on with Canelo too. So, there's just a lot of hate going on, a lot of revenge going on behind the scene, when it comes to Ryan Garcia. And my thing is, he hasn't really done much in the sport, to get this kind of, this kind of cachet. They put Ryan on a whole nother level, like he got championships up on his belt or something. You know what I'm saying? Right. I just don't get it, man. You know what I'm saying? But I see the speed, I see the power, but he really haven't done shit in boxing, to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? But everybody, he got a lot of potential. And, who he's going to end up with is going to be real important. So I think Derrick James can help him out. You know what I'm saying? But, I don't know if Ryan has that confidence in Derrick James, after that Errol Spence Jr. loss. So, So that's going to be interesting to see what Ryan does, from here on out. Who he end up with. Cause I haven't seen no videos lately of James and him training. I haven't seen none of that shit. So I don't know what's going on with that camp. I'd be interested to see. He says, Samuel Watch says, Greece, I agree with, he says, Mel about to put that work on Canelo. I just want to see Mel focused. I want to see him take the right game plan into the fight in the right mindset. I want to see that mean Mel. I don't want to see this happy ass male just happy to be there, happy to be getting the interviews, have to be mentioned in the same sentence with a Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? Canelo Alvarez ain't all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want him to know that. I mean, I think he do because they kind of like came in. As a matter of fact, I think Charlo probably been in longer than Canelo. You know what I'm saying? I think he started 2007? Something like that, Jamel. So he's been around just as long as Canelo. He's paid his dues. So, he should be able to handle it, because he's been in the sport, you know what I'm saying? Been a pro just as long as Canelo, and Canelo looked like his skills are starting to erode a little bit. He don't seem like he got the same kind of speed and snap on his punches. So, he should, if he goes in there 100%, he goes in there and uses movement and he uses boxing IQ, he should be able to beat Canelo. You know what I'm saying? And he should be able to beat him convincingly too. So I don't think it's going to be none of that Canelo intimidation factor going on. Jamel, fought some of the best. Fought Castano. He's fought your boy Rosario. He had the toughest test to undisputed. So, I just really think that Charlo got a really good shot at beating him. I don't know why so many people are writing Jamel Charlo off when all he does is show how great he is in the ring. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess people are still thinking he's the same fighter that fought Tony Harrison in that first fight, fighting emotionally and stuff like that. That's the only bad thing you can say about Jamel. You know what I'm saying, is that he does fight emotionally sometimes. And that gets him into trouble. That's the only thing you can say. He says, Greek says, Shakur is a dirtbag, similar to Crawford, grimy scumbag. Let's see. Samuel says, Mel coming in there, focused, great shape. Canelo's going to be easy. I don't know if it's going to be easy because, you already know the politics behind Canelo. So you already know he's got to beat that That's one thing that Jamal's gonna have to do. I mean, Jamel's gonna have to do. He's gonna have to beat them politics, and you know, so I think if he's gonna have to separate himself, so that he can't allow Canelo to get off or have a point in the fight where it looked like Canelo is getting off a couple of shots, because they'll give that round to Canelo. You already know that. You know what I'm saying? They'll give that shit to Canelo, and they wouldn't even give a damn. They had that nigga up 5 rounds and shit. And, you know, Canelo could win the rest of the damn round. Canelo land 2 or 3 good shots. Oh, Canelo dominated that round. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you just get tired of the bullshit, you know, what comes along with Canelo. I can't wait. I hope that Charlo knock his ass out, is what I hope. You know what I'm saying? If he get in there, I want him to, like, really, you know, do him like Bivol did his ass and shit. You know, Bivol was tearing his ass up, bro. Anytime he got on that front foot, Bivol had a jab in his face, pushing that head back. You know what I'm saying? Even had Canelo going to the ropes and looked like he was on the verge of knocking Canelo out. But, you know what I'm saying, Bivol stayed disciplined. He didn't go in for the kill. He just hit his ass with about 89 jabs, 1-2 combinations. You know what I'm saying? So it was a beautiful sight. I was enjoying that fight. I loved that fight. The original America, he says, Jamel do not need the Jacob attitude. Man, Jake, where the hell is Danny Jacobs, bro? Where the hell is Danny Jacobs? I mean, no, he must be retired or something and didn't tell nobody. He must be retired and didn't tell nobody. What's going on, Zach B? Salute to you, bro. He says, let me see, he says, LSX, Noah says, just in, they said, Errol cut ties from, what? Oh, man. Do you hear this? Do you hear this?
What?
What was I just saying?
Oh, yeah, he just cut ties with him. Oh, man.
What was I just saying?
You just said that.
What was I just saying?
You said he'll do that shit till you got rid of Blu-ray, yeah?
Yeah, I told you, man.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Look, we was on that. I think we was on your channel yesterday, bro. We was talking about that. We was saying how much of the blame DJ need to take. Remember what I told you? I said, bro, something about DJ was off, bro. Like, remember I told you he was getting all emotional at the press conferences and shit. Like, I think his energy was off. Like, I don't think EJ was prepared, bro. And Bomac said it too. Bomac said, look, man, if EJ was drained, that's his trainer fault.
Let me see. Let me look on the net real quick and see.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, check that one out because that's kind of hard to believe. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I call breaking news.
Let's see. Derrick James got too much going on, man. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I don't see it. Let me see. Let me see. Who is Derrick James? Just for reveal learning from Derrick James. Reveal Joshua learning from. Let me see. I don't see nothing. Let me see. I don't see nothing. Say I told you so. Let me see. I don't see nothing about that.
Yeah, that one they're kind of hard to believe, huh?
Let's see. Derrick James fired. Okay. It says Errol Spence Jr. fired Derrick James and hires a new. Oh shit.
That's crazy.
Let me
I wonder
see.
if he's gonna train Frank Martin though. That's crazy.
That's Money Brown TV. Money Brown. He got that up. He said Errol Spence Jr. fired Derrick James and hired a new coach. Let's see. Let me see. So he fired him. Oh. Wow. It's fake. Not true. Oh, it's not true. Well, Money Brown, he's reporting shit, so he put himself out there. You know what I'm saying? He says all cap. Let me see. Let me go on Errol Spence Jr. Instagram and see if there's anything. Let me see here. Let me go on his Instagram real quick and see if he posted anything. Let's see. I don't know if he would not announce it on there, but no, I don't see shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing on there. Let me see Derrick James. I don't know, man. That's. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's a troll account on Twitter. Report. Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, man. Hey, it's in the realm of possibility. You know what I'm saying? EJ, he be switching out, man. If Derrick James don't have the time, if he figures, you know what I'm saying, he need to tweak his performance, man, I can see that happening. I can see that happening. But they got a lot of years together. So, it may be capped. He says, Zach B says, boy, he said, you have to watch the video. He said, money always title stuff like that. He says the video titles are just to draw people in. Yeah, I don't like doing that kind of shit, man. It's like just, what I'm saying, I'm not on here for clicks and views. I'm not on here for money. I'm just on here to talk boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, these guys, they want to build up, to just bring more people in and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like that, bro. I just like talking, the boxing itself. So, he could do all that crap, you know what I'm saying? I just, but that would be big news, though, if he was to fire Derrick James. That would be crazy. Who would he go with, though, if he did? You know what I'm saying? Maybe a Virgil Hunter or who would be a good coach for him? You know what I'm saying? Just thinking about it. Maybe a Barry Hunter or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? There's so many good coaches out there that could do something with EJ. But Derrick James, you know what I'm saying? If he get back on the good foot, leave some of these dudes alone and give EJ the time that he needs. Give Jamel the time that he needs, because he's definitely going to have to be at his best to beat Canelo. So I just want to see Derrick James, put it all together. I want to see him get a defensive coach, an offensive coach, and just grow. So these guys can have more time. To train and shit. The way he got it going now. Oh, Malik Scott. Yeah, Malik Scott is pretty good. Yeah, I think he could. I think Malik Scott would be. Yeah, Malik Scott. He's in there, man. Yeah, you just got to have time to change to these dudes' systems. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think EJ have enough time to like really prepare. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he has time, a lot of time and shit. So it's gonna take. He got to heal, and then he got to train again. It's like hopefully his ribs are healed, and so I don't know if he broke a rib or what's going on. He says, what you say? Yeah, I ain't even, so I ain't even gonna go there. Talking about money is a dirt bag. He said, yeah, I stream fights. I was dead. This nigga crazy. Yeah, I know that's how he got a lot of his subscribers, by putting the fights on Instagram. I don't do all that shit, man. So Jonathan Parr says, other than Kelly Porter, he said, I would have had a hard time picking. Mm-hmm. Zach B says, he said Mosey Ennis would be a good coach, but DJ is his coach, and DJ is a great coach. Yeah, I think he's a great coach. I just think he just stretched thin. That's all. I think what he got will work. I just think EJ wasn't in top shape. I just think the whole training thing like really hurt him. They need to stop going so hard in training. If he breaking ribs in training, then you're training too hard, bro. In my opinion, he says DJ is not to blame. He says it's the fighter's responsibility for him or herself to be the best of conditioning when stepping in the ring. He said DJ nervous energy came from knowing EJ wasn't himself. Yeah, I agree with that. Ronnie Shields would be good. He said, no, other than Kenny Porter, I would have a hard time. Oh, I got you 2 cents. I would have a hard time picking who would be his coach other than D. James. Well, that's the history of it. Saying when you've been with somebody for so long and you've been successful, it's hard to break that up. But sometimes it do come a point where a coach can't get to a fighter. I just think this was more about conditioning than it was about his skill level. And I think, because he took the loss, people are making it by the skill level. And I think that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to conflate the two. Even though we know that EJ didn't have the energy to access his skills. So, you know what I'm saying, his skill set, you know what I'm saying, yeah, I mean, you can have all the skill in the world, but if you're not feeling right, or you're weak, your legs are weak, you know what I'm saying, your body's weak, you're not going to be able to execute. And they're trying to conflate Crawford's skills with, you know what I'm saying, EJ weakness, you know what I'm saying, being drained. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to conflate it. Oh, yeah, he just beat the hell out of a basic Errol Spence Jr. No, bro, the man wasn't right physically. So that's what that was. So now we got to reset it, and hopefully it's enough time for EJ to recuperate and get himself in the best of shape that he can in a short period of time. You know what I'm saying? To be able to, you know what I'm saying, make a better showing of himself. Because there's no in the world EJ should have been his easiest fight. You know what I'm saying? That's just ridiculous, bro. What's going on, 2 Cents in the building? What's going on, Queen? What's happening?
What up, panel? What up, Pool? What up, chat?
Mm-hmm. So what do you thought about the fight last night? You saw it?
Yeah, I seen it. I mean, I thought it was a good fight. I thought Chris Eubank looked good. I thought he came in with a good game plan. He came in using his jab, throwing combos, landing good body shots. And he looked good. He won every single round. He looked great. But then at the same time, Liam Smith looked terrible. Even he said at the end of the fight, he was weight drained. He couldn't get nothing off. He basically was just trying to survive through the fight. So, I mean, I thought Chris looked good. I would like to see him in more fights with Bomac. You know what I'm saying? To see how he's developing him. But from what I seen, he looked good.
Mm-hmm. Do you think was that the best Chris Eubanks Jr. you ever saw?
I've only seen like a few of his fights, and he looked like he had better defense. Because usually my issue with Chris Eubank was always he didn't have no defense. His hands wasn't up.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in there trying to fight like Roy Jones Jr.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
and his stamina was better too, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, his stamina was good because I was saying in the first fight they both gassed out. Before he got knocked out, they both was in there gassed out. But yeah, his stamina was up. He looked great in the fight. He looked good. He looked a lot better than he did in the last fight.
So now he's talking about fighting Conor Ben. He wants that fight. How you think he'll do in that fight?
Conor Ben, I don't know. I want to say
I know it's like
out. But
I know it's kind of like no man's land. You know, it's like I don't know.
Like, why he calling out Conor Ben? Can he even fight? Can Conor Ben even fight?
Well, he can fight. It's just that will he be on the juice or will he be regular? You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, we don't know what he gonna look like.
Right.
We don't know if you've been juicing your whole career or what.
Right.
So
you know what I'm saying? So
I
yeah,
don't know, I'm interested to see who he fight next though. But you know, everybody calling for Bomac for trainer of the year now.
Oh my God. Oh my.
I was seeing that after the fight.
But that's kind of a small slope to cover because you know Liam Smith wasn't supposed to beat Chris Eubanks Jr. You know what I'm saying? He's not in his league. You know what I'm saying? See, it's like they always catch Eubanks slipping. And you know what I'm saying, he's never at his best or with the right trainer. So, you know, Liam Smith was never supposed to beat Chris Eubank. I thought that the first fight was gonna go like the second fight. You know, just
he was arguably winning the first fight though, but he got caught.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's because his punch resistance wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? He got caught in this fight too, but he was in better shape. You know what I'm saying? He was a whole different fighter he was facing. And what was that, 8 months ago, January 21st, I believe they fought. And it's like, shit, it's a whole different fighter, you know. And this kind of puts me in the mind of Errol Spence Jr. If he has enough time and he can get his stamina together and he can retool himself and get his health back on par, you know what I'm saying, we may see a whole nother fight. You shit, we may see EJ turn the tables just like Chris Eubanks. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
So that's what I pull from it. Just because you catch a fighter off, because Chris Eubanks looked like shit in that first fight. He didn't look like Chris Eubanks in this fight. He looked like crap, bro. But he was throwing combination. Looked like he never stopped throwing in that damn fight. He was throwing combination. He got Liam on them damn ropes, man. He just let loose and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying, bro, you know what I'm saying, when you drink, you can't throw combinations like that. You know what I'm saying?
You see, Liam couldn't do it. Liam had the same issue, and I thought it was weird. To me, it was very weird for him to even admit that at the end of the fight.
Well, fighters got a lot of pride these days. It's going to come out somehow, that you didn't have a good camp, or, those British fighters, they all be on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Chris could have probably got on the snack program and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, it's just a few months away. Now you come back and you throwing 1,000 damn punches a damn round. You know what I'm saying? But to his defense, he always threw a lot of punches. You know what I'm saying? In fights and stuff like that. So, those British fighters, Dillian White, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker been busted about 4 or 5 times for steroids. You know what I'm saying? It's these British fighters, man. They don't give a damn, nigga. They'll fail a test and come back and fail that motherfucker again. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess it's more accepted over there.
I guess that goddamn wild boar nuts and stuff, must be that shit must be powerful as hell, cause that shit make you strong, man. It give you a lot of stamina, to be out Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? Because remember Tyson Fury, he was crying over here in America because, he was getting beat up by Jared Anderson, you know what I'm saying, in the ring, you know what I'm saying? And boy, his daddy, no, we can't have the fight. But as soon as that motherfucker hit England, your Dawson, as soon as you got in England, you know what I'm saying, like, oh yeah, you got access to your juice now. Now you want to talk shit, you know what I'm saying? Because when you was in America, the battle was watching your ass and stuff, you know what I'm saying? They're like, you can't do shit. You know what I'm saying? So his daddy was crying, I don't want the fight to go on. And they got in England, let's go. Let's go get Dawson. I said, you know what? As soon as I see him haul ass, I was like, yeah, he's trying to get activated. He's trying to get pumped up now. So, I just hate the dirtiness of this business, and people are gonna have the bragging rights on some cheating. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan Parks says, looking back on everything, he said that man knew he was going to lose that fight. He knew he didn't have the stamina, wasn't in proper shape. So he will be, I think, in the rematch. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, say you want your favorite fighter to be undefeated. But like I was saying, man, if you keep fighting the best, you're gonna lose at some point in time. Whether you're off your game, but if you keep fighting in boxing, you're gonna lose, bro. Nobody's gonna go undefeated. You know what I'm saying? So we just had to get used to seeing, Earl Spence Jr., having a night off and not being at his best. And sometimes you can't will yourself to a win. You know what I'm saying? When you don't have the abilities. You know what I'm saying? So Jonathan said that's why he said he said to Crawford he knew he wasn't in a condition to beat that man. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And he kept talking about money a lot too. The legacy for his family. I was kind of weary on that shit. Jonathan Potts says, I heard some people say he was big before the fight. He was out of shape, and now they're acting like he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? They stayed at the limelight, for so long, you know what I'm saying, between the fights that you couldn't really get a good sense. And then when I seen EJ, finally seen him, he just looked like he wasn't in shape. You know what I'm saying? He was still cutting weight and things like that. So, and then of course you hear about, the rib injury and stuff like that. So you just never know what the hell's going on, man, I'm saying, but hopefully at 154, hopefully he can get it together. He says, Charles Pickett says, when Spence be breaking people's bones and 9 sockets, nobody's saying anything about Spence and HGH shaking my head. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's
I'm glad you brought that up. Well, I seen a video today of Victor Conte, because I've been deep into the snack rabbit hole. And the video is from 4 years ago, and I believe it was after Earl Spence fought Mikey Garcia. And Victor Conte was talking about, I'm gonna do a video about this, so y'all getting a preview. But Victor Conte was talking about how he thought that Earl Spence was on steroids, but Earl Spence is really the truth, because Earl Spence went through 11 weeks of VADA testing, and he never tested positive for anything. So he was saying that Earl Spence is the truth, and how he think the fight with him and Terrence Crawford is 50-50 and all of that stuff. So he's been accused of taking steroids, and Victor Conte himself came out and said he did his testing and whatever, and said he don't believe that Earl Spence uses steroids.
Well, they know that too. It's just a troll talking point. And Spence been doing this since I forgot what year. I think it was 2017 when he fought Kell Brook. You know what I'm saying? So he's been doing his whole career. But you got Crawford that just pop out he just pop out and start knocking out people cold, like David Avenesian, and then he knocks out Errol Spence Jr. It's like, the difference. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But then you got one knockout with busted gloves, and it's just nobody is just even being like, what is going on?
Right. But my thing is, they see the difference. They see the difference in it, but they're gonna point out, they're gonna like stretch it around and do mental gymnastics to try to turn it around on Errol Spence Jr. So it's just like, you just get tired of those conversations. Like, bro, your boy ain't been knocking out nobody like that. Come on, bro. His jab ain't got no damn power like that.
It's like he got 11 straight knockouts. That's the rebuttal. He got 11 straight knockouts.
I'm like, bro, it's like you're not on the hardcore level, bro. It's like you're on a casual fan level. We're trying to get to the truth, to where the best are fighting the best, and they ain't own shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you go out the way talking about nobody saying nothing about EJ breaking eye sockets. He been breaking people eye sockets for the longest. He ain't just pop up and start doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? You seen what he did to Ugas. See what I'm saying? You seen what he did to Kell Brook. You see, you know what I'm saying? It just goes on and on. You seen Danny Garcia starting to pop out his skull, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. It's like, use some common sense. If you got one fighter, you know what I'm saying, his performance just drastically, you know what I'm saying, increase. His power just drastically increase. You know what I'm saying? Speed. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about a 35-year-old dude here, man. It's like, y'all need to stop, bro. Need to stop.
Mayweather ain't never even did that.
Right. Mayweather even tell you. He'll sit down there and tell you. He knows who's juicing. I'm going to tell you something. Mayweather can sit back and he knows who's on that shit, because he's been in the game long enough to know how this shit work. He knows how the body work. You know what I'm saying? He knows who's on juice. Deontay Wilder, he knows people that's on juice. He fight them anyway. You know what I'm saying? He knows who's on juice. He even said it. He knows who be doing juice and who's not. You know what I'm saying? You can see it in their performance, bro. He says, Jonathan Parks says Bomac is not the coach of the year. Victor Conte may be, but not Bomac. He said, AKA the sloppy one. I know, man. It's like, man, every time I see that dude, look like he just gets bigger. He's like a damn, like if you took a pin and you poked him in the stomach, he would just explode. You know, so that's how this dude. That's how big he looked, don't he? I've never seen. He looked like Santa Claus. You know, like a nigga Santa Claus. Like he just that big, bro. He's just round and jolly, and you know. He had a bag of Cheetos and shit. And let me tell you something. We're gonna beat Spence ass. You know, he got a big ass. Yeah. We're gonna beat him. You know what I'm saying? Bring that chicken over here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, it's like, have some professionalism, bro. You know, so stop being such a ghetto snipe, man. You know, that's why people don't like your camp. He says, EJ would definitely be better at 154. I'm hoping he take everything very seriously and be in condition properly. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're hoping. I'm just, breaking it down, looking at what Derrick James is dealing with. You know what I'm saying? He's just got a lot of shit on his plate.
How you feel about the December date?
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. You know what I'm saying? Because, but if Spence want to go for it, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely supporting him, but I just think he got to heal. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of them punches he took, and you know what I'm saying, the mental aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to recover from all that shit. You know what I'm saying? In our imagination, you know what I'm saying, Errol Spence Jr. is bigger than life because you know what I'm saying, but he is a human. He is a human. He's not 25 no more. So, when you're 33, it takes a little bit more time to heal. And even though I think he would do better and he have more access to some of his abilities, you know what I'm saying, like stamina and work rate and shit like that. His jab, you know what I'm saying, quicker, be able to see the punches coming. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you haven't taken such a beating to the point where, he's you know what I'm saying, he's half the fighter. But we'll be able to tell in December. I just think that's a short, I think that's a short amount of time to make a comeback. You know what I'm saying? You
would think Earl would be more appreciated after the loss, because of how he overcame the accident, how he went through the division and collected all the belts, how he made the fight happen no matter what. Like, you would think he would be more appreciated versus hated on after the loss.
Well, and not in this climate, not in the social media world, not in the Twitter world, not in the climate, you know what I'm saying, where your team Crawford or your team Spence, you know what I'm saying? That's not going to happen. That's going to only happen to real boxing fans who, like really love the sport, you know what I'm saying? Not these casual people that just look for controversy and, want to berate the losing side. That's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, you know what I'm saying, if anybody got a really good story to make a movie out of, you know what I'm saying, instead of having Creed, they should have Errol Spence Jr. You know what I'm saying? I think his story is more, you know what I'm saying, it's more dramatic, having a car crash, you know what I'm saying? You can already see, a scene to where he has the car crash and then he has to come back and he's all bitter and cussing out everybody. Get out of here.
He trying to walk up 36 flights of stairs fresh out the hospital.
And you had the dramatic music, where he's coming back and the you make it to the top of the stairs, like, yeah, I want Crawford. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would buy that shit for sure.
For sure.
Let me see, Greek says Crawfish was looking like Mike Tyson. Errol looked weak, slow drink. Exactly. He says Crawfish fans know the rematch. Errol's gonna curb stomp his ass. You know what I'm saying? Unless he go get some more, unless they got some more juice left. They done froze the juice and he have him a goddamn popsicle, a steroid popsicle. You know what I'm saying? Up in there. He says Jonathan Parks, yeah, I think them UK fighters all get two bulls and they all sit back and eating them 2 sets of nuts together. Man.
What happened to Speedy Rashidi? I ain't seen him since he lost.
Man, after that ass whipping he took, man, I guess he just, once you've been in a fight before, and if you ever got your ass whipped, you know what I'm saying, you're like, damn, I'm gonna come to school. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna come to school.
I'm come to school. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey man, you took as soon as you hit the bus stop, boy, you got your ass whipped the other day, boy, didn't you? You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, he's like, you gotta jump on that nigga again. You can't let that slide. You know what I'm saying? So he gotta get him a win. You know what I'm saying? He gotta give him if I was him, I'd go beat up Blair Cobb. If I, you know what I'm saying, just to get back, I would just, even if I had to go outside the ring and hit Blair Cobb in the mouth, you know what I'm saying? I was just, you know what I'm saying? You know how you act out because you're embarrassed and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Just go jump on somebody's ass and start beating their ass and shit in public, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he just got to recuperate because Villa, I think Villa broke his spirit, bro, in that fight because he was doing so good. He really won the fight on points, but because if he lost the championship rounds, they use that as an excuse to promote Villa, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to stay. You notice in boxing, you got to be strong. You got to finish strong because that's what people remember. They don't remember the first. We saw Oscar De La Hoya lose to Trinidad, right? He was beating Trinidad the whole damn fight. Lost the last few rounds, and they gave it to Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they gave it to Trinidad. Gave it to Trinidad, right? So you gotta make sure you win those last few rounds because that's the last thing that the judges see. That's what's fresh in their mind. Just like they tried to give Lomachenko, they really wanted to give Lomachenko that fight. Because he came on at the end. But
I just don't see it. And even at the end, he only had good moments. Like it's like they exasperated the good moments he had in the fight, in my opinion.
Oh no, that ain't your opinion. That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? As soon as Lomachenko, they showed it in slow motion. Anytime they brought up, he might have hit Devin with 2 of those shots and he missed with the last 7. And it was like, oh my God, Lomachenko is taking over the fight. I'm like, bro, if you don't stop that bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm looking right at him. The man is still there trying to fight, and he landed 2 shots out of 7. You know what I'm saying? It's just sickening sometimes when you listen to the commentary, and that's when I turned
definitely that top rank commentary.
Oh man, Tim Bradley, man.
Tim Bradley be giving me a headache.
Bro, I be wanting to like really DDT his ass, man. Like really, I mean, I'd be like, man, if you don't stop capping so damn hard, you and Andre Ward. I'm glad he's away from ESPN because I lost a lot of respect for him. You know what I'm saying, for what he have to do for that network. You know what I'm saying. I like when Andre able to keep it real.
I think it was the Clarissa Shields fight in Savannah Marshall, maybe. I think it was that fight. Andre Ward was capping so hard he had to apologize at the end of the fight. He was like, I'm apologizing. I know I said this, and I was like, wow, Andre, like because the fight, I was like, really, like, guys, please stop it. I don't even know how y'all getting away.
I was pumped up for that shit, boy. I was like, God damn, but I was like, beat her ass, goddamn it. So I was like, oh, well, anytime Carissa Shields so damn passionate, bro.
Yeah,
she's so passionate that it's infectious.
She's so good. She's so good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And anytime she put a combination together and she just got that swag, you know what I'm saying, with it, that arrogance with it, I love that shit, you know what I'm saying?
And she got good head movement. She got good defense. And she constantly has improved over the years. I've been watching Clarissa Shields since she went to the Olympics the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just constantly been improving and getting better and getting better. And I think eventually she'll probably make a good trainer.
Oh yeah, no, most definitely. Oh, most definitely. She knows this sport inside and out. I love to listen to her breakdowns. And her insight be so on point. It'd be so on point. And she knows all the intricate, especially coming from a fighter's point of view. She be giving you that really good information, man. She even gave Bumgardner grace. You know what I'm saying? She gave Bumgardner all kind of grace, bro, even though she knows she's dead corrupt as hell. She gave her a lot of respect. And I love Carissa Shields for that. You know what I'm saying? Love her for that. Even though Bumgardner, it is what it is,
I don't know. She got a lot of controversy around this. It's something crazy going on over there at Matchroom because, I mean, all your fighters popping.
You know what I'm saying? That, but, she's eye candy, you know what I'm saying? And so the guys don't give a damn that she tested positive. They don't give a damn. They didn't want to see her in the damn ring. You know what I'm saying? Because she don't look, you know what I'm saying, like, she don't look like, what's that chick that fought, the chick that wig fell off in the ring? I can't remember that girl. That dude looking, that Italian looking, man looking chick. And they took old girl belt and they had to end up giving it back because she tested positive. I forget what that lady name was, but she looked like a dude in the ring. She looked like the Fonz and shit. And
I don't know who you talking about.
What's that girl name? The one that
Jack,
fought.
what you talking
She fought Carissa, I think, the one with the wig that fell off.
Hannah
And,
Gabriels.
Not Gabriel's. Damn, this chick, she kind of beastly looking.
The one that just fought Savannah Marshall.
I can't quite remember. I'll put. Let me see.
Made me forget her name now.
Let's see. I can't remember. What's that chick name? I'll look it up later. Shit. But yeah, she
Cruz, Franchon Cruz.
Yeah. That's her. And that chick she fought looked like a dude, man.
Yeah, she a big girl.
And they end up having to give back the belt. You know, champ side, you know, saying he really rallied the troops around her and made the WBC give that belt back.
Wait. What you mean? What you talking about?
You know, they were fighting for like they were fighting for, I forget, it was so long ago.
You talking about, it was long. I thought you meant the Savannah Marshall fight.
No. The chick who tested positive for steroids and stuff. She looked like a guy. That everybody was saying that she was born a man and all kind of shit like that. And you know what I'm saying? So they, you know, it ain't far fetched. You know, that's what dudes are doing. They putting on wigs and, you know what I'm saying? They racing women, they fighting women, they doing every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, nigga will he order your wig off Amazon, you know what I'm saying, some lipstick and shit, and nigga ready to go play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Women's football, anything women doing, niggas ready to get in there with a wig on. You know what I'm saying? That's just what's going on. You know what I'm saying? He said, Pooh, you saw manager Marty last week. Yeah, I did, man. I had to go handle some errands, but I wanted to go on with him and what's his name? D-Town. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I saw that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, man, I just be so fucking busy. I can't get into my boxing shit. Is Andre Smith says, don't forget EJ and Kobe Bryant in the Olympics. Yeah, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? I'm just tired of seeing these dudes, you know, saying, you know, trying to compete against women. It's just, I'm tired of it, you know. But Carissa Shields, she's doing a thing. Nobody can really touch her right now. I remember she was poking at Muhammad Ali's daughter. I forgot her name.
Oh, Layla Ali.
Layla Ali, and you know, Layla, she was flirting with the possibility of getting in there with Carissa.
Heck no. Heck no. I mean, she don't stand a chance. The skill level is way different. Like it's nobody even near her skill level now, in my opinion. Like it's she's just levels above everybody. It's like maybe somebody's gonna have to come up to beat her. That's not that's coming up right now in boxing. But the women now, I don't see any of them beating her. I wanted to see the fight with her and Hannah Gabriels, but then Hannah Gabriels popped dirty for steroids.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's kind of, woo, man. I know it's just, she kind of stands alone, don't she? She stands alone, you know, with that skill, bro. You got to put in a lot of years, and she's an Olympian, man. It's like you just can't beat that Olympian.
A two-time Olympian, the only American to ever do it.
Wow.
Won them back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. Everybody talking about Shardaisa Green. I watched a couple of her highlights. I mean, she got some power, but she gonna have to be able to hit Shields.
And you know, what's that girl name? Caddy. What was her name? The one they was trying to build up. Damn, I can't. Man, I'm getting old. She just got her ass whipped. The one that just got her ass whipped. The one they wanted to put over Carissa Shields. The one from Ireland. What's her name?
From Ireland?
Yeah. What's the little?
Who's Serrano?
Not Serrano. What's the little white girl name? They was trying to build her. Yeah, Taylor. She, you know, she just got her ass whipped. So it ain't nobody gonna really touch, you know, Carissa. You know, Serrano can't fight her. I mean, Serrano, didn't she just take a loss? She just took a loss, right? Let's see. Nobody's gonna really be able to touch Shields. You know what I'm saying? She's in a class of her own. So, You know, so she's really the face of boxing. To tell you the truth, you know what I'm saying? If they
don't say that.
Oh, she would really be if you really, you know, I mean, because she's dominated her entire boxing field. Nobody can touch her. So, you know, she's undisputed.
And she got the accolades to go with it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if you really put it that way, there's nobody dominating boxing like that, you know what I'm saying? You know, on the man's side, you know.
Well, I guess you could say Terrence Crawford now, 2-time undisputed, 2 weight classes, first man to ever do it.
Yeah, but Carissa, she's fighting everybody. She's fighting.
Right.
She's fighting everybody. She's fighting active fighters. You know, all these fighters are top tier guys. You know what I'm saying? She's taking on all comers while they're active. You know what I'm saying? She ain't picking on fighters that inactive and. You know what I'm saying, 16 months out the ring, you know, so she's fighting them as they come. That's a real champion right there. You know what I'm saying? When you fighting somebody, you know what I'm saying, just off rip, you know what I'm saying, no matter what they got going on. You know, so that's the kind of fighter she is. And that's the kind of fighter I want to see the dudes. I want to see the dudes do like the women. The women get in that scrap. You know what I'm saying?
And she only got 14 fights, Paul.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I love the way she goes at it as a champion. You know, so she don't give a damn where you come from. She's not trying to duck shit. You know what I'm saying? She's not trying to take time. Katie Taylor, that's right, Katie Taylor. Yeah, Katie Taylor just took she getting exposed. You know, right now they're trying to build her up. They're trying to, you know, give her all the accolades. They're trying to hurry up and put the accolades, and then she got her ass whipped. She took a loss a while back against what's that? Soon's girl or whatever. She took a loss in that one, you know, and they gave it to her. She had some close fights, man, but that comes from them trying to build up them a champion so they can have a great white hope fight. You know what I'm saying? So you know they're always doing that. They're doing it with Tszyu. I think Tszyu a bad boy. Now don't get me wrong, but you know, so anytime they have one good fighter that could do some damage, they just push him a little bit too hard. You saw Triple G, he wouldn't fight Andre Ward when he would knock it out everybody. You know what I'm saying? They did not want to upset the money train. And then they'll put out a lot of propaganda to support the shit, the duck. So, you know, that's what I hate about boxing, you know. And they really applauded when Carissa Shield lost in MMA. And they act like she took a loss in boxing.
Right.
You know, when she took that loss. And man, let me tell you something. That really, really pissed me off. You know, to see everybody celebrating this chick losing in an MMA battle. It's like, bro, that's not her sport. You know what I'm saying? That's just something she tried to do. You know what I'm saying? So,
and she won one too. And then a lot of the people, like the people that go to boxing and MMA, aren't even nowhere near as successful.
Right.
She picking up a whole nother combat sport, and she doing the opposite. They usually go from MMA to boxing. Boxers ain't going to MMA.
Yep. So, you know, but they just took that as a victory, you know, so they couldn't get it in boxing. So they took, you know, saying, hey, it's something to celebrate, you know, saying, you know, because she took a L, you know. So, you know, I was just like, damn, you know, why you put yourself in? I ain't even wanted to put herself in that position. You know what I'm saying? So they could celebrate, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's kind of like a Mayweather thing with Carissa. You know, even though she's just as sweet as she could be, you know, supporting everybody. He ain't never got a negative thing to say about nobody. You know, them the ones that they try to tear down, you know what I'm saying? The real genuine type folks, you know what I'm saying? That represent everything boxing's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't the right, you know, you don't have the complexion for the protection, then, you know, you ain't going to make it. You know what I'm saying? They just ain't gonna support you like that. You know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You could even see it on YouTube. Like you could have somebody with a lame ass boxing channel. You let one of them get a channel, they'll have 100,000 subscribers by the end of the week. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the way it is, you know what I'm saying? So we don't, for some reason, black people, we just more critical on our own than you know, so they know it's all about, you know, supporting their own. And so we got to get behind that. You know, we got to get like that too, you know.
Like, where's the appreciation for what Carissa's doing? Like, she likes to fight. Like, this is what she likes to do. She likes to fight. so much so that she joined another profession fighting. She
Yep.
didn't get into no other business. She didn't do that. She went to go fight somewhere else to learn a whole new way to fight because she's that passionate about fighting. So, I mean, I think people should just look at it in a different perspective and have just a greater appreciation for what she's doing. Because if she can go over there and win a belt, I mean, she is really the GOAT for real. Because I
She
want to see
is.
somebody else.
She's already the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? She's proved it over and over. You know what I'm saying? I mean, really, there's just nothing to say. I mean, there's nobody that can really touch it. I just wish she got paid more money for the fights and the things that she's done in boxing. Man, she should have buku money. You know, that's something that they really got to work on. You know, because I think a lot of those women fights be better than these dude fights. You know, because they be going at it, bro. I love watching women boxing.
I think as a female athlete, I think what a lot of people don't understand is that as a woman athlete, you have to be more skilled because you're not gonna really get away with the athleticism like that because it's not usually that big of a gap. You get what I'm saying? So if you're an elite woman athlete, you kind of on level with the other elite women athletes for the most part. So then that means the skill level has to be higher. So to me, I think like when you watch women's sports, they're performing with a higher skill level. I'm not saying they're better, but I'm saying they have to be more skilled in the sport that they're doing in order to be competitive. Versus the men, they can go off athleticism.
No, I know what you're saying. It's kind of like women's basketball. Like they're better technically because they have to, you know, what I'm saying, they have to strategize. And even though you have a few athletes and a few people that's taller than everybody or whatever like that. But you see somebody like a Cynthia Cooper comes in with everything, with the athletic ability and the ability to know the game. You know what I'm saying? She just dominated women's basketball because you know the women wasn't that good, and she had the athletic ability, the speed, and all that to dominate that sport at that time. And so but as it progressed, people, the athletic ability gets better and better on women's side because you see in tennis, you see Serena Williams, you can't even hit her shit, she will skunk you from the beginning, so it just gets better and better as the athletes get better over time. So but you're right, women are technically getting more technically sound, but I do love to see the slugfest. I can't lie. You may see somebody 5'8", 4'8", going in there against somebody 6'2", and they be that little 4'8" one would be up in there, and it is exciting to watch. You know what I'm saying? Tell me, want to see some grit, want to see somebody get knocked down 4 or 5 times and still get back up. Oh, women's boxing is awesome, bro. It is awesome.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I hope
very competitive.
Yeah, I hope Brian Mendoza. I hope he get that one punch in on Tim. You know what I'm saying? Brian Mendoza is like the best kept secret. You know what I'm saying? He's beaten Fondora. He's beaten Rosario. And it's like, man, that dude there, man. I'm not saying like he's the next. He's like the next champion at 154, but shit, man, he's proven himself to be up there at the top. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to be. Okay, I got you 2 cents. I think he's going to be up there at the top of the division. You know what I'm saying? I hope he goes in there, and I hope he lines Tszyu ass up in there and knock his ass out. You know what I'm saying? Because he's just got too much hype going on. What's going on, Michael Ray? What's happening, bro? Salute to you. I just hope he get in there and he just, Tszyu. It's like people just be standing there for Tszyu to come over with that overhand right, and he lands it, and it's not like super laser fast. You know what I'm saying? And they just sit there like Ocampo in the last fight. You know what I'm saying? Ocampo is better than that, y'all. He's better than that. I mean, he just sat there and let Tszyu come over with the overhand right and knock his ass out. Like he didn't know how, no head movement. No nothing. You know what I'm saying? He just got knocked out early. And I was like, bro, what? You was able to last against Fedora? but you can't last against Tszyu. Not that Fedor is all that, but give me 5 rounds, bro. Give me 5 rounds. Don't let Tszyu come in there. You know he's gonna throw it over him, right? I mean, if he's a basic fighter. I mean, he's a good fighter, but he's a basic fighter. You know that right hand's coming. How you gonna sit there and let him throw it from halfway across the ring and get knocked out? It just seemed like it was a setup to me. I just couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? But maybe Tszyu, maybe he's that good. I don't know. But I know Brian Mendoza can hit. I know that nigga can hit, man. The power of Mendoza, and he knows how to hide his shots too. So that's he's got skill. He don't have the most skill, but he do know how to hide his shots, and he got enough power to get your ass up out of there. You know what I'm saying? You know, no head movement. You know what I'm saying? That's what you said. You know, but
and I thought Tony Harrison was gonna beat Tszyu.
Me too. But see,
and I felt like he could have beat Tszyu, but I think they did catch him at a bad time. And then that ring was so small. Like Tony Harrison take 2 steps back and he was on the ropes. And even then, I feel like Tony Harrison still put up a good fight. He still was giving Tszyu a problem.
But you know, his punch resistance wasn't there. His punch
he looked
resistance,
drained.
His punch resistance wasn't there, bro. He didn't show none of the skills that he showed in that Jermell Charlo fight. You know what I'm saying? He gave Jermell Charlo all kind of headaches, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, his combination ability, his power. You know, Harrison got good power, bro, and he just didn't show none of that.
Yeah, he didn't show up at all. I mean, and all that noise he was talking, I thought he was ready. He was not ready.
And I don't know what it is about the uppercuts, but man, he eat uppercuts, man. I mean, he must be blind from the uppercut side, because he get hit with uppercuts like, you know, and his head just go to bouncing back, and he be trying to hold on to the ropes while he getting the uppercut. And when he gets knocked out, he gets knocked out, bro. I'm like, God damn, bro. Let's let the rope go. When you get hit, if you're going down, bro, go on down. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit on the ropes and get hit with 5 more uppercuts. You know, I mean, shit. He need knockout training. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, if you're gonna go down, you know what I'm saying, just let the rope go, bro. Don't make it worse. That's like when you fall down the stairs.
Yeah, because the ref don't say you still up. You still sitting there getting popped.
I'm like, damn. You know, but you know, he was a bad boy though. Don't get me wrong. I just thought his skill was gonna show up. Was gonna be too much for Tszyu. But they used his name to build Tszyu, because nobody in America know the names of anybody he fought over there in Australia. You know what I'm saying? Can you name another an Australian champion? Can you name one? Anybody? Can
Jeff
anybody
Horn?
name?
Was Jeff Horn Australian?
Oh my God, man! I can't even. You know what? That was just a easy one. I don't even think of Jeff Horn as a champion. You know what I'm saying? That's sad, bro. I mean, I ran right into that one. I don't even think of him as a champion. It's like who besides Pacquiao and Terrence Crawford, who else did he fight that you know?
Let me see. Who else did
Jeff? Don't even try it. Don't even try it. Don't even try it, nigga. Besides them, the only 2 people you know he fought. Yeah, that's why you don't think of him. That's why you don't think of him as a champion. And Pacquiao knocked his ass down. You know what I'm saying? In that fight,
that was controversial. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, bro, come on, man. We gotta do better. You know what I'm saying? Stop giving these fighters, you know what I'm saying, these controversial wins, and then, you know, acting like they real champions, bro. These are title holders. These are guys that get gifted decisions, you know.
So they can pass it on to somebody else. Right.
You know, Tszyu, he was dominating over there, but them was kangaroos he was fighting. You know what I'm saying? Them dudes, who the hell heard of anybody who fought over there? Now, I'm not saying that some of these guys, they do be good. Some of these guys do be good now.
Yeah, they do.
Some of these guys do be good, like Frank Martin, that guy Frank Martin fought. I would have never thought he would have been that good against Frank Martin.
Well, he's an Olympian, from my understanding.
Oh, really? I mean, I got to look. You know, I probably looked it up at the time, but you know, you
because
never heard
Frank
of
Martin, the thing with the PBC, I don't believe are they doing matchmaking? You know what I'm saying? Or are they like, oh, you fight next? Because those people will take a L. Look, they up and coming prospects. Some of them will take a L, and they're fighting in tough fights. Like Frank Martin arguably could have lost that fight.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not getting into fights where you just automatically know they about to win.
And see, that makes you a better fighter. See, that fight, Frank Martin needed a fight like that. He need maybe, and in my opinion, and I'm gonna just say this, in my opinion, he needs a couple of more fights before he fights Stevenson. You know, he needs to sharpen up because
and that's what I'm saying. It's too early, and then they're just Shakur beat Frank and it's gonna cancel him out, and then what? They gonna act like he nobody. He's not. But at the same time, Frank Martin's 28 years old.
But see, this is the thing. You know, your boy Stevenson, he's sparring against Terrence Crawford every day or every other day or whatever it is when they train. So he's getting experience of being sharp in there against another champion. You know what I'm saying? So he's got an advantage, you know what I'm saying? Whereas Frank, you know what I'm saying, I don't know what him and EJ does. I know he gets to watch EJ, but from what I hear, they don't really spar like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
well, he's sparring with Tank and people like that. So I'm sure he's getting, top sparring.
Now, I don't think, that was just like when he was coming up when he sparred Tank. I want to see him sharpen up. I want to see him in more fights, you know what I'm saying, before he fights Stevenson, because he's going to have to be at his best. He can't have what he had in that fight, trying to be rusty, being indecisive. You know what I'm saying? Stevenson would just eat that up. He would eat that up because he already know it's automatic what Stevenson is going to do. Frank, he's in there. He don't know if he want to go in for the kill. He's not recognizing when he got his opponent, you know what I'm saying, pretty much mentally beat. These kind of things, he's going to have to master.
They come with experience.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you should be able to, certain things you should be able to see. That should be just come from being a fighter. Like every time he turned up on that guy, he hurt him. You know what I'm saying? He should have got his ass up out of there right then. But he would let him off the hook. I'm like, why are you doing that? So I'm just like
you said, the guy was good though. So maybe he was being a little bit more apprehensive because he seen the skill level of the guy. He didn't want to get caught. He was being a little bit more cautious because at first it seemed like he wanted to just go in there and try to knock him out. And when he was kind of like, oh shoot, like this guy's.
He was heavy-handed. He was definitely heavy-handed. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, oh shoot. So, and I realized a lot of the prospects go through, or they have that fight where they feel like they about to go in here and knock this person out, and they don't end up performing how they should because they went in there trying to put on the show versus focusing on what they were supposed to be doing. And I think Frank Martin had one of those moments. Also.
Yeah, like your boy Jerron Boots Ennis, like when he was trying to style on Karen. Yeah, and he just looked terrible running around the ring trying to catch Karen in there. And everybody started questioning Boots and stuff, you know what I'm saying, because he was trying to put on the show. But that's what happened in boxing, because these guys are slick. These guys are still pros, and they can counterpunch. They know the fundamentals. They know when you throw a punch, something open. When you throw a punch, something is open. So you're gonna have a counter coming. So because Karen was catching Boots, you know what I'm saying, that night, because he was throwing shots so far in between that when he did throw a shot, he caught Boots, and Boots was like, damn, you know what I'm saying, he threw a shot. You know what I'm saying?
He was out of position.
Yep. And just like when Regis fought that dude that was running around the ring, you know what I'm saying? He would he would just throw shots, you know what I'm saying, every now and then. And oh God, man, some of these dudes is just like, damn, some of the tactics they use, it's like, man, now Regis got to worry about Devin Haney and stuff, movement, and so he's gonna have to be sharp. When he comes in, he's gonna have to be able to go in there and without selling out.
Well, I'm wondering if Regis is having problems making the weight.
He's been at that weight for a while. You know what I'm saying? It's like, he's been at that weight for a while. So I don't think he's going to be competitive at 147. This is too much going on up there at 147. Damn. Hell, I don't even know if he can fuck with your boy Matisse. God. Even though I think that would be a better fight for him, because Matisse gonna come to you. and that'll give Regis more of a chance. He's not,
And he may look better because he haven't been looking too hot in his last couple fights.
I don't know. I think it's the cornrows, man. I do. I think it's the cornrows. I think he needs to, just cut that shit off, get him a fade, a ball fade, and I think he'll be better. It's something about that Louisiana, saying cornrows, saying. I don't know. He's looking horrible in the ring, saying. I mean, he still got swag and all that, but, I want to see Regis tighten up, man, because, now you got the wolves sniffing around you, because you look weak your last fight.
Yeah, because they see you having trouble cutting that weight. And then he released that video showing him trying to cut the weight. So maybe he want this fight, the Haney fight, and then he gonna move up.
Yeah, I think he want to fight AB because AB is out of commission, bro. He keep talking about AB, and I think that's a weak move. You know what I'm saying, to call out AB when AB ain't right. He want an easy fight, man.
But I think they working something up together because they been talking about fighting each other.
Yeah, but AB from his side, he just need the publicity. He just need to get back, get back into the swing of things. I think his career is pretty much, plateaued.
I think he should find another lane in boxing. People like AB. Like people love AB. Maybe he should be a promoter or something. Or, kind of where he could still be in the light, but he's not actually fighting, but he's still in boxing. Commentator, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, man. Could you imagine AB as a damn commentator? Oh, my God, bro. Oh, my God.
People love AB. I'm an AB fan myself. Like, people love AB.
I would love to see AB and Keith Thurman commentating. Jesus Christ. That would be off the chain.
That would be a good one.
That would be off the and where the hell is Keith Thurman? He's supposed to be fighting. I thought he was supposed to be fighting Lucas.
They dropped it. I think they changed it.
Oh man, because Lucas is fighting some other dude. Damn, Ramos. He's fighting Ramos. I thought him and Keith Thurman was going head to head. Every time Keith Thurman, you think he's about to come back, he always let you down, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry for the light-skinned folks out there. You know what I'm saying? You thought Keith Thurman was going to bring you back. You know what I'm saying? But, it just didn't happen, bro. Keith Thurman, he just trying to take
I don't really even follow Keith Thurman like that because he just talk in circles. I just don't deal with people that talk in circles. I don't. That makes me uncomfortable.
Well, he was talking about he was going to get a fight. He was going to get a fight, and it's like, bro, where is the fight? I mean, and I thought it was going to be against your boy Ugas. Man, that would have been perfect. That to keep this year pumped up. You know what I'm saying? Going for great fights and stuff. That would have been a great fight, bro. Oh man,
they calling for Thurman to fight Ennis.
Oh hell no, hell no. No,
they want Ennis to get him a big name on this. At one point Thurman was a top welterweight, so he'll look good on in his resume.
Thurman, if he duck Spence, he definitely gonna duck your boy Ennis. You know what I'm saying? Ennis is Spence 2.0. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't see it. But if he do,
vacated the belts.
I mean, if he do, shit. I salute him. I would salute him if he get in there with Ennis. I would really, it would change a whole what I think about Keith Thurman. It would change, because I'm like, damn, he going for boots. Ennis, bro, that would be big. But we said that years ago. Before he fought what's that kid, Marios Barrios.
I don't think Thurman got nothing to lose. I think it'll be a good move on Thurman part because what do you have to lose? I mean, at this point, you're not really you used to be a top welterweight, but to me, you kind of turned into a gatekeeper because you're not active like that. Like Earl wasn't active like that, but we were looking forward. We knew we were looking forward to a fight from him. We knew what he was doing or what he was waiting on or why he was so inactive. We don't know what Keith Thurman doing. And then, like you
Right.
said, you keep saying you're gonna fight, and then you don't show up. Like you just might as well fight in this. You're gonna get you a nice payday. You don't got nothing to lose if you lose the fight. If you win the fight, and you don't got nothing to lose if you lose the fight, and everything to gain if you win the fight. In my opinion, so
Mm-hmm.
I think you should just
Oh,
go ahead and fight.
but don't get me wrong. Oh, wait, that would be a hell of a fight. Don't get me wrong. That would be one hell of a fight. It's just that we, when you're dealing with Keith Thurman, it's he be bullshitting so much. You just don't think it's gonna happen. It's just his name. Hey, this is a get back year from ever since that nigga said it was a get back year. Shit ain't never happened. He just stopped coming, and then when he come back, he always almost get knocked out, and he disappear, and whatever money they paid him, he just live on that. So it's like, damn, Keith. It's like this is what it is now, bro. You know what I'm saying? I saw the videos of him working out. You know what I'm saying? He always give you this image like he's gonna come back, and he never do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, just go sit your ass down, bro. So it's Ugas and Marius Barrios. Okay, on Cinnamon. Also, okay, it's on the Jamel undercard. I know I've seen that somewhere.
They call it Cinnamon. That is so funny.
I know. I said, I think I offended some lady when I told them that Canelo was Irish and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Mexicans, they have red hair? We have all types and shit. I was like, hell no, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Not the ones I see in Georgia and all of the hell no.
I don't see too many redheaded Mexicans. And I I graduated college in New Mexico.
Oh my God. Oh my God, boy! That's what. Hey, when you go to New Mexico, that's when you start seeing Native Americans and stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You don't see nobody. You don't see no Native Americans until you cross over into New Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Or you go out into those western states. You're like, oh damn, you dark as I am. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, I'm like, damn, what? All nothing but damn Native Americans around here. I have to everything in my being stop myself from calling them Indians and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, damn, yeah, look at all the Indians around here. And they had their schools, they got their own reservations and stuff. I'm like, damn, that's a whole nother nation inside the United States. You know what I'm saying? We don't even pay attention.
Reservations bad. Poor. I had Native American friends that grew up on reservations, and they would tell me how bad they are. Like they like the ghetto. They're not good at all.
Mm-hmm. And and the cool thing about out there is like they mind their own business. Yeah, they just like black folks. They mind their own business. Like they don't care what's going on. They're gonna do what they're doing. I love it. I love it out there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to live out there, mother. I tell you that right now.
And the mountains are so beautiful, and the weather's okay. It's hot, but it's not hot like out here. Like I'm in Houston, so the Houston heat and the desert heat. I'm gonna tell you now, the Houston heat is way worse.
Yes, sir. And you see the rock formations. You're like, it must be awesome that to be raised as a kid out there, and climb those little mesas and all that shit like that. And I said, but it ain't nobody to play with, goddamn it. You just be out there by your damn self.
It's like a retirement town, just like
right.
It would be the college kids and then older people, retired people. But it was nice. It was cool.
And you know what? You don't see nobody walking around out there either in the desert out there. You don't see nobody, like when your first time, you just out there like, damn, this is beautiful out here. There don't be nobody out in that motherfucker. There don't be nobody out there at all.
It just looks clean and peaceful.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a trip out there, But I love traveling through them. So Samuel James says he's now known as Keith One Upon a Time Thurman. And it's just so much talent in that guy. So much talent. So just wasted. And we could be talking about his fights, and it's like he don't give you nothing, man. It's like, he better hurry up because I know it's about time to buy another Birkin bag for that chick he got. So, if you're gonna hold on to it, you better get in the ring. He says, Jeff Ross says, yeah, Canelo's straight up European. They don't like that shit. He said Ramos versus Lubin. That's going to be a good fight. That's going to be.
I enjoy watching Lubin fight.
Me too.
He just don't be listening, man.
He's got that. At some point in the fight, he wants to take over.
Right.
And that's when the fight really gets exciting because he get hit. and he get fucked up, and then he have to come back. You know what I'm saying? You know what
But
I'm saying?
it's usually he want to try to take over. It seems as though like once he starts like not doing too good is when he stops listening, and so
Mm-hmm.
it gets worse, and then he has to overcome that. But it's almost like you brought it on yourself. Like why you just stop listening and doing what was working?
It's kind of like Jamel Charlo. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get emotional. You know what I'm saying? And he just don't be listening, and you know what I'm saying? And then the next fight, you know what I'm saying, he just listens, you know what I'm saying? He's a whole different fighter, you know. And the funny thing is Jamel the one who knocked his ass out in the first round, you know what I'm saying? He told everybody, you know what I'm saying?
He had no business fighting him, and once again you didn't listen. You had no
Mm-hmm.
business fighting him. He was not ready.
But did you see the shit that kid was talking? Like before he fought Jamel, how he was talking shit about Jamel's style and talking about his flaws. And I was like, nigga, you went in there got faloomaloomed in the first round, my nigga. It's
In the
like,
first
bro.
10 seconds.
I mean, that nigga fucked around and he did that bend over thing where he bends down. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh my God, bro. You know what I'm saying? And Jamel just hit his ass with the counter uppercut. That shit was. I had to rewind that shit to see what shot he hit him with. I was like, what the hell just happened?
It looked like he just laid his head into the punch.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And the way the camera angle was, you couldn't see it because it was on the inside, almost like an up jab. And he knocked, and I was like, what the hell? How did he fall? What did he hit him with? You know what I'm saying? And they had to put that shit in slow motion. I was like, oh, okay, he does this little duck shit. And I've seen him do it in other fights, but he's getting it out of his game. He's getting better about not doing that shit. But he still do it a little bit. But I think he's got better defense now. You know what I'm saying? He puts his hands up and, you know what I'm saying? So he got kind of a little weak chin on him now. He got kind of a weak chin. You hit that right spot, you know what I'm saying? He do, his legs go funny. He just got to, you know, just keep getting better. Stop fighting them damn power hitters. You know what I'm saying? And just, you know what I'm saying? Increase. I think he got a high boxing IQ. It's just that he just make bad decisions. You know, once he do win the fight, be winning, it just goes to his head. And I think he gets overconfident and, you know what I'm saying, he get faloomaloo, you know. It's like, but he's a damn good fighter. Let me see. Michael Ray, he says that chick must have put something on Keith because he ain't been the same since. I don't want nothing that good, boy. I don't want nothing that good, goddamn it. It's like, god damn, it just ruined your career, nigga. You know? It's like, oh my God, bro. Is she black or is she black or I don't even know. I ain't think I ever seen Keith Thurman white. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you know, shit, but it must be all that, you know what I'm saying, to keep you out the ring for this many years. Jonathan Parks says
these boxers and they women be giving them trouble. You got Teo's going through it with his girl. You got Ma going through it with his girl. Like these women be giving these men some hell sometimes.
Well, you see what's going on. You know, it's a whole war, and you know, women trying to get what they want, and men they got what they want for the time being. But you know, a relationship is a long time. You know what I'm saying, to be able to get along and get what you want out of it. And you know, now they promoting, you know, women not being happy. If you're not happy, move on. So, you know, these women done brought that shit. So, you know, they ain't never going to be in a long-term relationship as long as they're thinking like that. And these guys, they think they're going to throw money at the situation. It's more about building your personality and your character, you know. But if you think your old lady just going to be happy by buying Birkin bags, you're going to be a broke-ass dude. You know what I'm saying? If you keep throwing money at the situation. You know, and I think that's what a lot of these fighters, they don't have the personality, you know, so they got money, they got status, and that's what a lot of these Instagram chicks want. What was that little chick what's that little chick Devin Haney had? A little cute little girl, but she had been with everybody. Little India looking chick, you know what I'm saying? He had to let her go. You know, because she been with rappers and.
Well, they got the same problem too. They don't have no personalities, and they don't have no personalities either. So it's just be two miserable people focused on money together.
Yeah, or just status, because you know, as soon as you get status, that's when you know a certain type of you attract a certain type of woman that wants that status. Then once your ass lose, she gone. You know what I'm saying? She gone to the dude that won. You know what I'm saying? It's like now he got your chick. You know what I'm saying? So now you looking sad and shit. Like AB told Paula Maldonado, I beat your ass and took your chick. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what the hell? Not only do you get beat, oh my God, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's toxic as hell out there. And these dudes, they kind of stupid. You know what I'm saying? Don't be stupid. You know what I'm saying? Opening your wallet, getting married, and then have to give half your shit to somebody that don't really care about you. You know what I'm saying? But, they boxers. They're not expected to be that wise. But, that's why it's good to have your daddy in your corner. Have your family, somebody who can talk sense into you. Football players going through it too. All these athletes. What is it? Renner? You know what I'm saying? She had PJ Washington. You know what I'm saying? He was simping like hell for her. And she went on IG Live saying how dumb it is, how these athletes so dumb. And she got that baby, but when they didn't give her, they didn't give her a big amount of money for child support. They just gave her like regular nigga child support. She thought she was gonna get like 20. You know what I'm saying? She thought she was gonna get like 30,000 a month or some shit like that.
Right.
Nigga, you get $579 a month, nigga. She was like, oh my God. Like, and then now this nigga getting $50 million. He got a $50 million contract, and she all upset. She going crazy now because she fumbled the bag. You know what I'm saying? So that's what these women be on. Not all women, but you know what I'm saying. The ones that want status, and even the ones that got the status ain't happy. You know what I'm saying? Like
because it ain't about they're not happy with themselves. They're very insecure, and I mean, people think all this makeup and hair and stuff, it's like they're doing that because they're not happy with themselves. That's why they doing all of that extra stuff, all the fake stuff, all the lashes and all of this stuff that they putting on because, they're very insecure within themselves. So they want to look a certain way and present a certain thing and have a certain status to try to fill a void, and when it doesn't work. So now you got this status and you got this going on that you got to keep up, and you're not happy.
And, boxers got to be smart, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that stuff, you see how it affects Jamal's career. When your personal life, somebody, you're trying to, deal with your children. You're trying to, make sure your children have the right outcome. And you don't know if she's going to get the house and where you going to live. And you got to, situate yourself out of that. They just need to make sure that they with some down to earth type of women that like them for themselves. I just hate to see somebody lose because they worried about their kids or they're worried about their relationship. You just got to make sure you give yourself the best opportunity to win because these guys got belts, and when you got a belt, in a competitive division, they don't care if they glad that you got personal problems. Because Mel, if he would have went out there and got knocked out by Canelo, what they would have said about him? What they would have said about him? They would have said, "You ain't shit. Never was shit. We told you wasn't on Canelo level." And this man is going through all this stuff with these crazy chicks out here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta try to do a better job of keeping it private because you gotta keep it. I like how private Earl Spence is because these boxers and stuff know your business and they use it again. Like I just realized, not like here recently, like the boxer's lifestyle is used against them. Like the competition, your opposition will use your lifestyle against you. So it's not just like, oh, he got a layoff, let me fight him. No, he got a layoff. He going through it with his woman. He this and that. Oh, let me fight him. So you got to try to keep this stuff private. What's going on inside your life, because people will use that against you.
Well, you saw the video of Errol Spence Jr. I think they was doing like some kind of anniversary thing, and I think they put roses on the bed for Errol, and what I'm saying, they were walking through the place, and he was like just being a clown for his woman, and they just used that against him. What I'm saying, just calling him all kind of names and stuff. He falling on the bed, clowning and running to the bathroom. I was like, bro. They put too much on social media. You know.
But that's because Earl is so private. So anytime any little thing pop up, they want to try to spin it. Like you clearly see he in there being silly.
Right. Right. And especially you know, with Jamel. You know, Jamel, he'll talk about his brother's situation. I'm like, bro, don't talk about your brother's situation, bro. Just keep it simple. You know what I'm saying? Don't be talking about he going through shit with his old lady. You know what I'm saying? That ain't for everybody, you know what I'm saying, to know. Even though, you know, let your mom tell it. You know what I'm saying? If he's going to tell it, let him tell it. You know what I'm saying? My brother hell. You ain't got to, you know, put it out there that what's going on with him. And eventually they're going to strip Jamel. I think. I don't know how he's able to keep the belt for so long. Because it's been, 2 years since he's had a fight. And, you know what I'm saying, you know, I'm just surprised they haven't stripped him yet. You know, and if he come back and he was to fight somebody like Carlos Adames, I don't think he'll be able to compete. You know what I'm saying?
They showed him in the ring. You seen the clips of him back in the gym?
Or Jamal?
You talking about Jamal, right?
Yeah, Jamal. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you seen the clips of him back in the gym?
No. But he's gonna have to get a couple of fights. You know what I'm saying? You think he should go straight to Carlos Adames? You know what I'm saying?
No, I definitely think he should get a couple of fights after the footage I just seen of him in the gym. He was working with Roy Jones.
Who was working with Roy Jones? Oh my
Jamal.
God. Oh God. Why is Roy Jones all up in people's camp, man? You know, his shit is antiquated, man. His shit is done, bro. He shouldn't be saying shit about boxing or training. If anything, he should be an exercise coach. That's what he should be. You know what I'm saying? His shit ain't gonna work for these fighters today. You know what I'm saying? You know, unless he gets somebody like a Prince Nazim type of athletic fighter, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna work. You know, he has
to train a certain talent.
Yeah.
Like have you seen the I think he a 154-pounder kind of fight, kind of try to do that Prince Nazim type style. I can't think of his name.
Perez, you talking about the white boy, the white dude? I
think he's black.
You talking about what's his name? Perez, something like that.
The point I'm making is he needs to train people with that type of talent. Like you can't just take a fighter and be like, I'm gonna teach you the Roy Jones style. It's not gonna work.
Well, he had Chris Eubanks Jr. You know what I'm saying? And Chris, he's athletic, he's fast and all that. It's just, you know, really, you know, like you say, it has to be a particular skill set that they have that he can probably improve on. But right now, he just need to be the coach at the YMCA. You know what I'm saying? I think he need to teach aerobics or some shit. I think he can get you in shape. You know,
the Hitchison fight, Paul. I mean, not Hitchison. The fight you told me to watch with Roy and the other guy. I had seen clips from that, but I never had watched the whole fight.
Oh man, did you watch it? Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, I watched the whole fight. Yeah, he was in there shining.
Wasn't he tripping up in that thing? Wasn't he like really styling on old boy?
He was styling on him. I mean, it looked like he was kind of carrying him through the fight.
Well, you saw when he would hit him and then he'll pose and shit. He'll stop and look around and pose.
He was dancing and all kind of stuff.
Oh my God, bro, that was a fun fight to watch. That dude was pissed off with Roy, and you saw it. You know, he really hated Roy ass, and he reported him. He said he was doing steroids, but you know he was doing steroids too. So shit, there were two steroid monsters going at it. So you know,
and I mean that didn't hurt Roy's legacy.
No, not at all. You know, because Roy was like that anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, Roy was just like that. You know what I'm saying? Roy was just a vain motherfucker about his body. He wanted to be cut up. And, you know, he was particular about being all cut up and shit, you know. He says, Sammy says he's in the gym with Roy. Please keep Roy away from Jamal. Please keep Roy away from him. You know, if you want to get knocked the hell out, have Roy Jones Jr. train your fighter. He says, Ronnie Shields is still the main trainer for Jamal. I don't even know why the hell he brought Roy in. Roy must be just trying to work on his coaching skills or some shit. He said, Prince Nazim, he said, just fought last weekend in fights similar to his dad. Oh, you said son. Okay, I'm finna say that motherfucker was about 300 pounds the last time I saw him. And he be capping for them damn. He be capping like a motherfucker for them damn British fighters. You know, he can see somebody get knocked down 3 times. I think he's in the lead. I think he's leading the fight. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker will back his British fighters, bro. He don't care what's happening in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Prince Nazim, when he's commentating or they ask him who's winning, shit, him and Carl Froch, man, they would lie like hell for British fighters, bro. You know. He says, Richardson, laugh out loud. He says, Richardson Hutch. I like that dude. I like that. I don't think he lacks power. But when it comes to skill in the ring, I like his skills. You know, he ain't gonna knock you out. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he is hard to hit. I don't know what happened with him in Mayweather camp. It's like they shelved him for a long time. He should be a bigger star than he is right now. But we starting to see a lot of guys that were shelved, like your boy you were just asking about that was shelved by Golden Boy that lost to Villa. What's his name?
Speedy Rashidi?
Yeah, Speedy Rashidi. You know, we starting to find out a lot of boxers coming out that was shelved. You know what I'm saying? Mikey Garcia was a shelved fighter for years and years in Top Rank. He had to wait out that contract. So there's a lot of boxers that were shelved by companies and stuff, and they just didn't like the deal that Top Rank or some of these Golden Boy, you know what I'm saying, put them on. You see Ryan Garcia, what's happening with him and Golden Boy right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of shit. Yeah, Rashid Ellis. Mm-hmm. That's going on in boxing right now. And but you know, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we can get this show back on the road. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping EJ, you know what I'm saying, really take the time to get himself together, man, because you know what I'm saying, I really want to see him do well in this next fight. I want to see, you know what I'm saying, him take on Crawford and take that smile, that smirk off their face right now, because this victory lap is lasting a long time for their ass. And
I mean, they still running, Pool.
I know, you know, but you know that lets you know that he's not used to a real victory. You know what I'm saying? He's not used to, you know what I'm saying, being the man like he say they've been there before. They're not used to this shit. You know what I'm saying? You can see how they acting right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I wonder if EJ would have got a parade. I wonder if EJ would have had a parade.
I don't think so. You know, they used to EJ winning. You know what I'm saying, in Texas. You know, they used to the championship stuff in Texas. They're not used to that shit in Omaha. You know what I'm saying? So for them, that's all they got going on. You know, it's like, you know, they don't have any more heroes, you know.
They don't have no sports team.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's kind of like the only thing you know about Omaha is that animal show that used to come on a long time ago. Mutual Omaha, the insurance company. That's the most famous thing that came out of there. So of course they're gonna have a parade for Bud Crawford. Right. You know. Mm-hmm. But we're gonna wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? I'll come back tomorrow if I don't get a load. You know what I'm saying? And we'll chop it up some more. See what's going on in boxing. I'd like to thank Michael Ray, Samuel Washington, and 2 Cent Boxing. Y'all should subscribe to 2 Cents Boxing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You see how she get down. She know her boxing. And, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you coming by, 2 Cents. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow. We'll do it again. You know what I'm saying? See you guys in the next live stream. Y'all have a good day, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Full Counter Boxing. I'm out of here. Peace out, y'all.